Hello, welcome to the Cult of Cinema from me and Pixie. And yeah, Empire Strikes Back is the best metal film, in my opinion. I'm actually running a little late. I do apologize. I had a couple things to do before I came in today. We are looking at both the Black Friday sales for Severin and for Vinegar Syndrome. And I have to say, as I've been looking at it now, hey there, William. Hey there, Malcolm. Hey, Akers. See who I missed that. Hey, Culture Vultures, welcome. Adam and Eve, as well as Razorblade Smile. It's a really good one, actually. You know, you had the most expressive eyes, my sweetheart. Make Mystic Pizza like sequel. Actually, I really like Mystic Pizza. Yeah, I would actually. Yeah, this is probably, as I look at it now, and I didn't think so before. I actually made a comment that I kind of wish I hadn't said. Looking at the Black Friday bundle for right now for Vinegar Syndrome. Hey, sweetie. It's probably the strongest one I've seen since Fade Black. If I was in Canada right now, I would 100% have pre-ordered the bundle. And we'll go through the bundle. We'll talk about the dates that's coming up. There's a few more to be announced for Severin or for Vinegar Syndrome, because for both of them, there's like ones that are still have to be announced. Now, on the Vinegar Syndrome side, on the Severin side of things, we've gotten, I think, 6 title reveals so far. And we'll go through the all 6 of those title reveals. See which ones are going to be exciting. I know the one that came up today must have been like exciting for Malcolm. Hey there, Cubic. Welcome, man. Severin usually does around like 10 or so, depending on what they're doing. But I think, yeah. So I think, even though there's been a lot of big ones announced already, I'm kind of interested in seeing what the hell the last one's going to be, because for me, and I think for a lot of people, it's been a nice variety of announcements. Severin has done well this time around. I think Vinegar Syndrome's done really well too. My favorite Vinegar Syndrome, for those that are new to the channel, I haven't seen me before, my name is Aaron. This is the Cult, and I used to be called Mr. Vincent. I did Vinegar Syndrome like overviews and titles. There's like only 2 or 3 people on the internet used to do it back then. Now everybody does it. But that was kind of my bag back in the day. When Let's Be Frank was always going to be Franco. Salt and Sea. I think so. I kind of remember it. What I do think is that we've got some really cool titles here. Garbage Pail Kids is one that I missed out with when it came to Scream Factory, Chef Factory, that I wish I'd picked up. But I'm kind of glad I did now, except that the Chef Factory slipcover was better than this one here. We are going to do, though, is we are going to bring up the website, and also go into the Cult of Cinema Facebook page and look at the Severin titles as well. On each of these, not sure if Severin has their thing up yet. Yes, Facebook. So we have now, Cult of Cinema has a Facebook page. So if you're not joined up to that and you're on Facebook, make sure you do. But here the titles that we know so far are these. So we have the Garbage Pail Kids, Time Crimes, which is the newest film I think Vinegar Syndrome's ever put out, like under the Vinegar Syndrome banner itself. The Shaw Scares box set, At Close Range. I think the Seda one is not Vinegar Syndrome. I think that's actually Mosine. I'm not quite sure. Or is that part of their new kind of like label they're doing? And this new one, this Reviver one that they're doing. So, but like the main ones, I guess, are Garbage Pail Kids, Time Crimes, Shaw Scares, and At Close Range. Important. Just in case people are curious, don't buy Crippled Masters from Severin unless you're buying the bundle, as the film Masters one has tons of extras and a lovely booklet, and it's US release as well. Good to know, man. And salt and sea. I don't think so. We'll go into each one of these. We'll look at the sale overall first, though. So the Slash and Trash Black Friday sale 2025. We'll see if you guys can like guess any stuff here. Secret Vinegar Stream titles will be revealed, plus brand new releases from Cinematograph. VSA gets 2, as always. VSL, Vinegar Stream Labs, and Distripix, 3 new catalog slipcovers, 1 Degasser VHS. I've never been big on the Degasser stuff, to be honest with you. I think for me, that's for me personally, not for Vinegar Stream, but for me, it's a failed label. And more. 50% off hundreds of discs of Vinegar Stream and partner label releases, plus the Trash or Treasure sweepstakes happening each day for our VSMC members from Friday, November 28th, in other words, Thursday night, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to Tuesday, December 2nd, 1:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's so much here to look at. Just see one thing here quick. What the All right, so our Black Friday sales yearly tradition for all genre fans. We know the time. So any releases prior to May 2025 will be discounted for the duration of the sale. Discounts will range from 50 to 75% off the SRP rate. Titles with release dates from May 25th, May 2025 and onwards will not be discounted, along with certain merch, clothing items, and some older partner labels, certainly because they're under distribution by another company. We've revealed our new releases: the Garbage Pail Kids movie, Time Crimes, Shawscopes, At Close Range, the films of Asayosu Sato, Volume 2, and Reviver. Once this sale goes live, you'll feast your eyes on 2 new Vinegar Cinema releases, 2 new VSAs, 1 new VSL, 1 new Cinematograph, 1 new Distripix, 1 new Degasser VHS, and 3 new catalog slipcovers. With the Trash and Treasure sweepstakes, each day of the Trash Treasure sweepstakes, our Vinegar Cinema Media Club members will have the opportunity to redeem their hard-earned VSMC points for entries into the sweepstakes. Well, hard-earned, you buy stuff. One lucky winner will be selected each day and will be announced on the following day after 12 p.m. EST. Winners will receive a very special package containing a plethora of trash plus treasure. Entries will be gathered based on the day the sweepstakes entry was submitted. Example, if customers submitted 5 entries on Friday and 3 entries on Saturday, 5 entries will go forward towards the Friday drawing and 3 towards the Saturday drawing. More entries submitted each day, the better odds of winning. 200 points per entry. Please note, points used to enter the sweepstakes are non-refundable. So if you don't win, tough, I guess, right? Securing the pre-orders means your package will be first to ship out. All Vinegar Stream customers will be receiving Garbage Pail Kids that ordered this, by the way. Time Crimes, Shaw Scares Volume 1, there's 2 secret VSA titles, 2 new VSA titles, 2 VS titles, 2 new VSA titles, new VSL. Absolutely everything customers that got that one receives Garbage Pail Kids, Time Crimes, Shaw Scares Volume 1, At Close Range, Reviver 1, 2 secret VSAs, 2 secret VSs, 2 secret VSAs, 1 surprise cinematograph, 1 VSL. What's the difference? Oh, At Close Range. And Revivers in this one. And the secret release ones are people that ordered the secret titles, the Vinegar Stream branded titles. Hope Cinematograph line keeps going in the way of releasing At Close Range. Same here. That's what I want to see from them. No, the VSAs might be. The US action one is probably Fast Getaway 1 and 2. I'm okay with that. It's not great, but I'm okay with it. And the Hong Kong one will be a Shaw exploitation title. There are some great neo-noirs from the early 90s and early 2000s that don't have a deal. There's a lot, actually. If there's one thing that I kind of peeved that I missed out on when it comes to imprint, because I've just started collecting imprint releases, they had put out I think 3 neo-noir box sets, and I want every one of them, and they're all out of print. Those are ones that I definitely want to be grabbing. And I think I'd rather have the box sets or a dedicated neo-noir line rather than just get them a Cinematograph. Of course you do. Hello. Why did you take that? I got to take that from you. I don't want to do that. How to get my coffee, and how do I get my coffee? I know. Let's see if somebody wants to come in and join me. Malcolm, are you up? Or are you like in doing this in bed? Do you want to come in? Do you want to come into the video and come into the video? You are adorable. All right. Now let's go back to my regular Facebook page. I did that the wrong way. I put that out there. So let's bring this up first. We'll wait for Malcolm to come in. Then I'll. So I had to do something, and I don't want to do this on camera. So we're from Malcolm, then we're going to go to the back to Vinegar Syndrome and Severin as well, and look at the titles that are right there. It's not forgotten old Muslim film called I love Minus Man, actually. That one I would love to see. They made Back to the Future 4 in 1992. They should have gone back to caveman times. I don't know. I think I did it slightly differently, I think he's ready. Have I seen The Mastermind? Nice that you mentioned that, actually. The Mastermind is a title playing at the Marrakesh Film Festival this year, which is in about 10 days, and I will probably see it then. Aloha.
Aloha.
I am going to give you the thing for a minute because I got to grab myself coffee. Let them know about what releases from the sale, Vinegar Syndrome right now, that you're most interested in.
You mean from the announcement tiles?
Well, the announcements that we know so far, at least.
Okay, sure. Well, obviously, I'm excited for the Shaw Brothers collection. Not so much for Time Crimes, but then it gives me a chance to watch it because I haven't seen it. So at least they'll give me something to do with that. The Shaw Brothers set, I'm excited for. I'm excited for Close Range because I pre-ordered that when it went up. Garbage Pail Kids, not so much. I was keen on that. Got a ride for Time Bandits or Stay Tuned. Stay tuned. Are you pretty sad about Fast Getaway? I am. I know there was an interview with Simply Rothrock not too long ago, and that would fit the VSA molds to go with her other stuff.
Oh,
so
100%.
I'm really, really sure, but I could be wrong. There's always that possibility, but it makes sense unless it's something else. But I've got an almost positive thing. It's just I'm guessing, but it's something that I know that Vinegar Syndrome has. So I'm guessing it's something they'd release if they're going to release 2 VSAs of action. Hey, Alan. The Hong Kong one, I'm guessing it's going to be a Sure Exploitation one. I just don't know what one because there's so many of them. I'm hoping they're ones that are not released over here already or in the box set, so I can get.
Show myself you're pretty certain about Fast Getaway.
I'm really certain about it, but I might be. There's always a chance of messing up, isn't there? And being wrong, so.
Have you seen Fast Getaway films? Have you seen the films?
I've never seen them. They were never released here, I don't believe, on DVD. I mean, they might be on VHS. I might have missed them at the time, so I've never seen them.
They're
not great.
They're films. They're not great. No, I'm not gonna lie. They're not great. They're passable. They're fun. They're not Jaleel Mary bad. So they're better than that by a little bit. At least. Oh, Stay Tuned for sure. I love Stay Tuned. That's such an underrated film. But
I love that film.
I would have preferred. Did he do the Lady Dragon ones yet? I forget.
No.
See, that would have been a better double pack.
Yeah, but we're talking about Vinegar Syndrome here.
True, yeah.
Normally the one you want isn't the one you get. So,
but I gotta say, I'm pretty stoked on some of these here. I'll bring them up here now, and we'll
Sure.
look at them together. So we know that we're getting these here. So Time Crimes. You've never seen Time Crimes before?
no, I've never seen it before.
Oh, you
But
love it.
I thought I had.
It's a great film.
But I can't remember who it was. But somebody said before, oh, I hadn't seen it. So after seeing it pop up and looking at it, I definitely know I haven't.
Yeah, it's you'll really like them. So first we'll go with Garbage Pail Kids. Actually, this cover's not bad. I thought this cover was a lot worse than this, but this is a nice cover.
It's a nice cover. It's better than the UK release.
It's we got a bunch of stuff on here. Like we got some new interviews here, some archival stuff as well. 40-page perfect bound book. This is a weird film. I like it though, but it's
Very
weird.
good film.
I mean, it's definitely not an for everybody film. But as far as the more mainstream stuff goes, this is probably one of the better one that I've seen. Patrick
yeah.
Berg. Oh, I love Crimes. I do like
Not
that,
my
actually.
thing. Garbage Pail Kids was never my thing, but I can see why people would want it. I know a
My
couple of people
sister's
that have bought it day one because they have to have it.
Oh yeah, my sisters collect those stickers. Those Garbage Pail Kids stickers
Yeah.
came out.
What
All right,
about
Time
the dolls?
Crimes.
Did you collect the dolls?
Well, you mean the Garbage? Well, Garbage Pail Kids was more of a sticker thing. Like there weren't really many dolls that came out.
There was loads of dolls.
The dolls? I don't think so. Was
Yeah.
there? There was a.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them in people's videos when they go into collectible stores and stuff. There's tons of them.
No, actually no. Then she didn't get any of them. She had a bunch of the stickers, original stickers, which actually
I think Garbage Pail Kids was more American, Canadian. You know, I don't remember it being here, but it could have been before my time. Well,
it was like my sister's time. So so that was like, let's see. Okay. So Garbage Pail Kids was a series of trading cards sold between 85 and 88. They were very popular in Sweden, actually.
oh, Cabbage Patch Dolls. Okay, then that's what I'm making a mistake with then.
Oh, Cabbage Patch Dolls are from like when my sister was young. We went to a store. Quick story. And we were living in
story time.
We're living on a bird at the time. It was our first year there, and that Christmas garbage was when Cabbage Patch Kids became really popular. And my sister Ray wanted one, and we went to the store. We're in Camrose, Alberta, and we're waiting at the door. There was a bunch of people waiting at the door, and there was this bin with the dolls kind of stacked up in there. We could see it from outside, and my mom. And the door come open, and people are rushing inside, like they're running towards there, and people are grabbing them like crazy. Two old ladies get into a fist fight over a doll, trying to get the same doll. It was insane.
I remember that happening with the Toy Story Buzz Lightyear back when I was a kid.
Oh, really? My oldest, she loved Buzz Lightyear, and I was working the flea markets back then. I was doing like the flea markets with my dad.
Yeah.
And I remember I made enough of that in one day to buy the entire all the Christmas presents.
Oh wow!
And I went upstairs because downstairs it was in a mall, right? And upstairs there was a Zellers, which was a big store in Canada for a while. And I was able to go up there and actually buy the Buzz Lightyear with the stuff. Same thing a year later, I think, or a year before, with Tickle Me Elmo, which was another big one.
Oh, nice. Tickle Me Elmo.
Was the last item you remember waiting in line outside for? For me, what do you think? I'm trying to remember.
For me, it would have been a video game. I think it was Red Dead Redemption 2.
I know what it was, actually. It wasn't a game, though, but it was video game related. It was not Black Friday, a Boxing Day. And I went inside in the cold because I had a PlayStation 3. And there was a PlayStation. Do you remember these PlayStation like gaming monitors that PlayStation made?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the long rectangular ones, and they were 3D. They were 3D, and you couldn't watch TV shows with them. You could only use them for gaming. But it had really good 3D on it, like active 3D. And I was at Best Buy. No, I was wrong. I was at Future Shop waiting. And my oldest daughter, she was at Best Buy with her friend, waiting there to see which store opened up first, because the monitors were going to be both. And they were going to sell like crazy. So my daughter got in first and ran and grabbed the monitor with her friend, and nobody was going to stop them because her friend was just like 6 foot something, big,
Whoa.
like mountain of a person. And the gentlest person you ever meet though. Yeah, they got there, they grabbed it, and I left the Future Shop and ran up to Best Buy and picked up the monitor and picked up a few games as well while I was there.
Nice.
I missed the Boxing Day thing.
Me too. I missed the midnight launches as well when they were proper done.
Oh man, how do you feel? This is the first time I got to talk about this. What do you think of the Steam Machine?
I think it looks pretty good. I just think it's going to be one of those things which I believe PC gamers will pick it up more than console gamers would because of the price.
I think the price is
But
going to be good. Like
we're
people are saying,
gonna.
like, we're going to work on that. I think between 500 or 600, it'll
That's
max
not
out.
too bad then. Hey, Alvin, that's not too bad, but it's all about when it actually comes out. Is there an actual release date for it?
Early 2026. It's coming out with two ways. Coming out with a 500 and something gig one and with a 2 terabyte one.
That's not too bad then, I guess. I don't know if I'd rush to buy one though, to be honest.
I used to, but now I wait and see. So Time Crimes,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a real treat with that one, Malcolm. I know you're gonna love that one. I love the look of the Shah Scare set.
Lovely.
Like the design. Looks like one of those, lift up like on the
Is it
power
is
box.
it a hard box or is it just a slip?
It looks like a hard box because if you look really closely, you can see like where the
Covering is.
top comes off it,
Mm,
like right there.
yeah.
So I think it's a hard box. I wish they would have like gave a bit more. See, because right around the back, you can
Oh,
see
that's
it.
lovely. Look at that. I love that back.
It's fantastic. And what films we got in here again? It's the Sex Beyond the Grave, Hell Has No Boundary, and Haunted Tales.
All three are really good.
Yeah, that wasn't this one here on one of the imprint sets, or is that another one? I'm thinking about?
Sex Beyond the Grave was in the imprint set.
Shawshank, right?
Yeah, it was in Sure Shock 1, I think.
Yeah, my dad has that one. Actually, I almost bought that one.
I never touched them because most of the titles in those two sets, I believe, are in the 88 films box sets.
I'm glad I didn't pick up the 88 films. Was it 8 films? No, Pseudo Canal, like Scars of Dracula and Horror of Frankenstein now, because imprint's putting them out next year. And since I'm already collecting Hammer and collecting imprint, it's kind of a nice melding of the worlds.
Yeah, true. For me, it'd just be about. To me, it would be just about the price difference more than anything.
It's going to depend on what's like how they do it too. Is it going to be lenticular? Are they going to do a hard box
Oh
for
yeah,
it?
that makes a difference as well. Like if it's a bigger set, for more thingy, then yeah. I bought this. I pre-ordered it.
This is a nice one.
It's
At
one of
close
my
range
favorite
is
movies.
great taste. I love this movie, and you know what? MVD put this out, and I don't own it. So
That's crazy.
for me, if I go to the Ken and this one's like sitting on the shelf, it'll probably be like a really tempting.
I own the Twilight Time one.
I missed out on that one. That one sort of during this.
True story about the Twilight Time one. So story time with Malk this time. It's only a quick one. When I got it, the booklet was messed up. You couldn't read any of the writing in the booklet. So like 2 weeks later, I got a random booklet in the post, and it was fixed. But I didn't even realise until they sent it to me.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it's because it was just on the shelf. The films of Sato Volume 2, that's coming out.
Leave her alone. Give me a sec. Ollie,
It's good the Sato set. How dare he do this to us? We are a group full of perverts who love Sato. Is anybody there? The world has gone quiet. I'm the only man alive. I did watch the first Sato set, and I was quite impressed because before that I'd only ever watched one Sato movie, thanks to Synapse. So
How do you feel
I
about this one
won't
having less titles than the first set?
say that again.
How do you feel about this one having less titles than the first set?
I think that's BS, to be honest, because it's still expensive. And to be honest with you, I think it should have had 3 in it like the other one. Apparently, they're going to do 6 volumes of the Sato films.
6 volume. Wow, is there that many?
Yeah, there's a lot of movies. He's done over 60.
Didn't you say
But to
something
be
kind of like iffy though?
Yeah, some of them are quite iffy. I'm hoping Muscle comes out on Blu-ray. That's more of a LBGT gay pink movie.
Oh, they've never shied
Um,
away from that on Vinegar Syndrome.
that would be really a good one because I watched that recently and I really liked it. But there's also some that I would say Vinegar Syndrome aren't going to release because they're mostly very sexual without story, and I just think those ones are a bit trash. I prefer the story ones.
There's one Pizza Party with one Ghostbuster. Also picked between Neil Jordan and Mike Lee.
Oh,
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee, and
Always Mike Lee.
I will pick Dan Aykroyd.
He's Egon, right?
No. What one is Dan Aykroyd's not Elon, is he? Because
Have a
Elon
look,
is Harold Ramis, isn't
Yeah, I think you're right.
he? I know more by their real names than I do than the character names. I mean,
See,
Binkman is obviously Bill Murray.
I got to go with Peter. I got to go with Peter Venkman because I think we have the same sense of humor, which is I'm not sure it's gonna be good or not though.
Ooh.
What bizarre 90s sci-fi thriller will be released as a VSA? I'll be honest with you, I used to get excited about the VSAs, but man, I don't get excited about VSAs anymore. I really don't. I think they're not the least exciting, but they're up there.
So when is that VSA coming out? Because the 2 VSAs they mentioned were action.
Yeah, like the double feature one. That's actually for certain. And because we'll go to the because they should have their announcements there, like the clues now somewhere.
I know they got a 50s VSL one.
Is that
which
1950s?
is a Bizarre Creatures one or something.
See, the Vinegar Syndrome Labs baffles me because when if you'd started and said like, okay, it's going to be like a 50s going to VSL, and it was the beginning of it, I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense for what they're putting out. And then they changed VSLs and put out like.
Well, the whole point of the VSL originally was the testing ground to see if things hit. And then if it hit, they were going to start releasing those on a different range. That's what they originally said.
Like we got the archive, we got the labs, we got the VSPs, the VSUs, the Cinematograph. The Gosser is my least favorite. I'm not gonna lie. The Gosser is my least favorite.
And the Gosser's boring.
Like I'm not. Maybe I'm just not a shot on video guy like I thought I was, because I don't certain ones I can watch, but I think the best shot on video stuff for me is out there, and a lot of us put it through Intervision. Like that's me. Like, but that's just may not be my thing. Like, there's Cardona, right? I don't like Cardona. A lot of people love Cardona. I'm not really big on a lot of Cat 3 stuff. A lot of people love Cat 3. So it's not. I'm not saying anything against the films or that genre or anything. Just personally for what I vibe with.
I'm surprised. I would have thought you'd love Cardona because he's a strong animal lover, obviously, from his films.
Yeah. Well, I think his dad was more so than him, which maybe is the reason that he was so like weird with the animals. That's why.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like never big with
Category 3. You do like Category 3 to an extent because a lot of the movies you watch are Category 3s in Asia. It's just that there's a certain kind of Category 3 that's different to the Category 3. Like films like Kick-Ass are technically Category 3. It's just that there's Category 3, the label, the name, and then there's Category 3, the Asian versions that everybody remembers and thinks of.
Yeah, the Ebola syndrome is probably the one that kind of turned me off a bit because I was really interested in collecting Category 3 for the longest time, and Ebola syndrome really like took me out of it. It bothered me. Like people, like I joke about it, like on here sometimes, but at the end of the day, you know, since I've been 3 years old, I'm epileptic, and that film, not many films bother me with that type of stuff, but that one hit me hard, and not in the right way, right? In the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Like, I got like, I, it came at a time when I think you know I was a bit more nervous, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it was. But again, it was something that a lot of people, you loved it, and most people that I know loved the Bullet Syndrome. It was just me. It was just a personal thing. Nothing so much against the film as it was like, okay, this just doesn't work for me personally. But there are some great titles here. I'm excited to see what comes out next. I do think the Reviver is a nice idea. I
To me,
hope
the
this.
Reviver feels like an after release, possibly. You know the way they've set it up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And that could be a good thing, and it could also be a bad thing. I mean, I bought it because I wanted to give it a go, but I'm hoping it's not one of those where they're just throwing the dregs of the archive on it. So I'm curious.
It's going to be different because I think we got burnt a bit with the anniversary set. That's one where they hyped it up and then they said that it was late because they found even better movies put on the set, and it's found better movies put on the set. How bad were the movies that weren't chosen? Like
Yeah,
how bad were those, man? Because the ones on
yeah.
the set were good.
I still have not opened that set to watch it.
I've seen the documentary on that set, but I haven't
That's
seen
probably
the.
the best part, right?
It's for me. That's the only part. But that I felt a little bit iffy on that because we've had Ryan here talking, and he makes documentaries. He made that the Out in the Ring documentary,
Hmm.
and I think he's doing a documentary very much similar to the one that's on that set that was announced long before that set ever came out. So
Oh, so he's still working, is he? Because last I heard, he was having a bit of a hard time.
yeah, as again, from that's just from like from previously.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's doing well. But there's some interesting stuff coming out. This sale for me. I'll be honest. This is one of the more interesting sales. I like a lot of stuff. I love Time Crimes. I think it's a great film. I like Garbage Pail Kids. It's not for everybody, but that's the way
Yeah.
these sales are going to be. Shaw Scares looks really good. Solid start to a new like series of box sets. At
Yeah.
Close Range is again like you. This is one of my favorite films. I don't know a lot about Sato, so I really can't say there. I'm curious about Reviver. This would have been one of the ones where I probably would have broke the bank and grabbed the pre-order for this one. This would have been like I don't, like me. I'm like pretty blunt nowadays, especially when it comes to Vinegar Strand titles like that. So it's very rare that I'll say, yeah, this is one that I'd grab. This is probably one of the ones that I would have grabbed. This would have been one of the more would have at least intrigued me enough to do it. When I was in
I
Canada, every year I got it.
I mean, me personally, it's a very strong month so far. For the Black Friday.
It is
If what I keep hearing people think it is for the final two, then I won't be happy. Let's put it that way.
for the final two for releases for Vinegar
Vinegar
Strand.
syndrome. Yeah, I'm not happy if one of them is. Everybody keeps saying it's Last House on the Left. One of them.
Oh, it's,
Personally, I don't want it to be. I really don't want it to be.
we've been there. I think that's been done enough that we don't need another one of that. Are we
That's
talking
what
about the
I mean.
original or the remake?
The original.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. Don't me and you both have an Arrow like kick-ass
Yes.
edition right now? Yeah,
Yes.
we don't need it. What I think though, if Last House on the Left comes out, I don't think it's gonna be the original, Malcolm. I think it's gonna be the remake.
You think it's gonna be the remake?
I think it could be. And either way, though, it's not really a great. I know some people love it. When I was in Paris for my birthday last year, um, Last House on the Left was coming out in Paris, like with one of those big editions for the first time,
Yeah.
and I
You
wasn't
talk about
aware
the
at
original
the
one.
time. Yeah, so I wasn't aware at the time, but it was a massive deal. So every store that I was going into had people and like young and old picking up Last House on the Left, like this.
Oh, yeah,
The
remember you telling me about this, how much it was like a loved film over there.
yeah, I didn't know that it was, but like I saw like older couples, like people like, and I'm in my
In
fifties,
their
right?
like
So
80s. They were like, this is the movie we want.
like 60s or 70s, yeah, seriously.
Crazy.
Uh, so oh
Crazy.
the sci-fi films, the Cinematograph, Prayer of the Rollerblades. I don't know if I know that one, Sean.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Me either. I don't think.
But yeah, I
Uh,
don't want it to be thing. A lot of people are saying it could be the other one, saying it could be a trauma film because obviously there's been a lot of traumas this year.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
And I'm like, why would you save those two to last? It seems if that's the case,
Yeah, put them right out there.
you know, I mean, I'd rather the Sure Scares one had been basically hidden if that's the case.
But more recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, this seems to be the case with Vinegar Syndrome, is they put out the front load it, and the
Yeah,
secret titles often are a bit more of a disappointment.
yeah,
I
true.
know, because look at Voyager, like as fun as Voyager the Rock Aliens and stuff like that is, that didn't have any time. That was like, oh, one of
Was
those.
that a hidden one?
I think it was. I could be wrong. Like,
Hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was one of the hidden ones.
Well, if we'll find out in what, like
9 days.
9
days, right?
days.
Yeah. 9
So
days,
we'll
right.
find out then. But I don't know if that is it. That's gonna be a disappointing to the big. I mean, the Revival I'm really excited for because the whole Africa film, and I'm hoping they're good. But
Fingers. Hey, Punk, welcome, man. Just got new Universal #1. Yes. I love me some Indicator, man.
nice.
I
That's a
think.
good set.
Hey, are we going to be live for that sale? Should we do it live? What do
We
you
can
think?
do it live if you want.
We're gonna need caffeine for it because that's gonna be in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have caffeine, all right, but we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll do it. We'll do it like we did before. Maybe we'll even do like a little thing on the Patreon as well.
That sounds good. I'm up for that.
All right. We'll see. Maybe we can make it a live on Patreon or do a Discord.
Oh, and I saw a spoiler earlier in one of the Discord groups I'm in. I saw a spoiler pop up. Right, it looks like, and I know, and nobody told me this. I saw it in the Discord. Right, it looks like we're gonna get the Mortal Kombat films from Arrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna come out probably around May or June.
That would be
Because
exciting.
they're
I like
doing the
that.
extras for it now.
Arrow's been killing it with these like 90s, 2000s era films right now.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'd love to have those movies on 4K, especially if they really pop, because they're some of my favorite movies. Because I love how they actually continue on from each other.
I think the second one is not as good, but I
Oh no,
I
it's
enjoy it.
not, but it still continues on. And though the cast changes.
True. Better like shop scenes, career opportunities, or Intruder. Like probably career opportunities has like the better ones, but just I like Intruder.
I like career opportunities more. Intruder's got more fun in it because Zordon's in it at one point. But I like career opportunities. Would you rather see Chris Saber Severin or Stallone Creature Train feature? Stallone Creature Train feature sounds interesting.
For me, Crusade because it's Verhoeven. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, Verhoeven, you're right.
I love me some Verhoeven, man.
Ghostkeeper sooner. They did a 4K restoration. Well, they might do.
Oh, did they really? I like Ghostkeeper. Ghostkeeper's a weird film, though. It's very Canadian. Ghostkeeper is one of the most Canadian frigging horror films that Canada ever made. It's right up there with like Cannibal Girls and like being super Canadian. Have you seen Ghostkeeper?
Okay. I'm not sure. It's such a generic name for me. But
People go out on skidoos. Well, I guess called snowmobiles, like in some places. Go out on the skidoo, and the skidoo like is really cold, so the skidoo breaks down, and they got to go into this old hotel.
okay.
And there's this like kind of a creature thing in there. It's
So
kind
it
of a
basically sounds like every episode of Scooby Doo.
It's a lot like one that that episode of Scooby Doo where they do go out into the winter. That one. It's like that.
Okay, I think I might have seen it, but I could just be thinking I have. So I'll take it, but I haven't.
I really dropped in price in the second market. I think
yes,
Vinegar Syndrome had their
dropped in price and so the market. Yeah, actually, you know what? Can I just say this to Sean? I've been selling a lot of my Vinegar Syndrome partner labels and stuff recently. After watching them and not really caring so much about them. And because I said to the wife, "Look, I'm going to get rid of some of the collection. If I watch it and I'm not that keen on it, I'll sell it." And my God, right? The prices for them are ridiculous. Like on average, I end up selling them for like £16.
Oh,
What
wow,
happened
that
to
would
the
have been a lot
times
more.
to sell them for like 30?
I think the luster of Vinegar Syndrome, like the heyday of that, is maybe a bit past right now.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
not
so.
just Vinegar Syndrome, though. I think it's just the way that the market's going right now too. You have like
I
some
think
odd choices, Acres, for like the Simpsons like live action. I don't know if I would never do Simpsons live action, to be honest with you.
whereas the tomatoes Marge, that sounds quite high actually. For Homer, in that case, let's make it Steve Carell.
I'll be Homer. If Marissa Tomei's gonna be Marge, I'll be Homer.
Well, that's a holiday sale. You know what? Well, that's a great holiday sale going right now. They've got Superman, the new one, for $12.99 on 4K.
Yeah, and the shipping for any of their Black Friday orders is completely free. So free shipping on Black Friday orders
But it's only in America, right?
in Canada too.
Did they say Canada? Because I didn't see that.
Yeah, because I only I get I get the emails from Groove Canada.
Oh, there's a Groove Canada. That's why.
Yeah, they got their own like site.
I meant the
I signed up for it.
actual thing. So yeah, that's why I'm confused because of the. Okay, that's pretty cool then. So does the Canada one have a sale on as well?
Oh yeah, like it's the pretty much very similar pricing, free free shipping for any Black Friday titles that you buy. They had it done like 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, and box sets, TV box
Surely
sets.
your dad's jumped on that.
I don't know if my dad's ever bought from Groove, to be honest with you.
He needs to because he can get that 15% off, or no?
Well, 10% in Canada, actually.
Oh, 10% in Canada. That sucks.
We get the shift out.
15%, isn't it?
We get the shaft when it comes to that stuff, man. Steve Buscemi's mullet actually is a really great choice.
Franchise of used to this. No, they don't. No, they're not.
Which one?
Television is releasing the kind of titles VS used to release all the time.
I don't think so.
I'd agree with that. With the titles that weren't all SOVs, but
I mean, maybe the titles that like I don't know the Culture Shock released, but
I wouldn't say thinking. I mean, there's a lot of titles that television released, but I would never ever say were like the thing. But I've noticed in the forums, on Blue.com, a lot of people are saying this about how they're replacing Vinegar Syndrome, and I don't understand that at all.
Well, if anybody got the right to talk about that, you do because you put like the money into it. Like you bought the big subscription. But like just as an outsider, like kind of looking in, because I am, then I would say no. I mean, like I think television would love that to be the case. Like they would love that.
I'm sure, yeah.
But I don't see it. I think if anything, that type of like that style is making way to something else. All this stuff I've been collecting for long enough. So have you. We know this is cyclical. Like companies come in and they become the bell of the ball, and then it changes. And it doesn't just change with the company; it changes the type of films that are more popular. Like for a while, it was slasher films. For a while, it was then it was like things like 4K, and when Blu-ray came around, and there was like then there's film noir, and there's the kind of the weirder WTF movies, they used to call them, that Vinegar Syndrome kind of like focused on. And even Vinegar Syndrome realized that you can't keep going with that and stay like successful on that same range. So they're trying to shift to go with the way they see the market going. And it happened with Arrow Video. We both lived through that. We were Cult Labs guys. We were like in the forum, probably spoke to each other in the forum, didn't know it.
Probably, yeah.
I think there's one person from Cult Labs that I'm still friends with, but from back in the day. But like it changed. Arrow changed. I think Vinegar Syndrome's changed, and I think the fact is like companies coming in now, like maybe like television stuff that kind of want to be what Vinegar Syndrome was, might be the wrong approach.
I'm going to be honest about television, right? For me, I think television has some really, really good things coming out, like student bodies and stuff like that. But they're like diamonds in the rough at the minute, right?
Yeah.
You get like one or two of them, and then you get a whole load of like SOV stuff. And
like good. I mean, that's a good release.
And I feel like the problem is they want to cheap out. But they don't want to cheap out at the same time because they do these ridiculous deluxe box sets for some of these films. Like, I can't even remember half the titles, but the SOV ones.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, these don't need that type of thing. Big Top Pee Wee is coming out.
That one is coming. It's going to be probably
it's been pushed back.
It's the worst of the movies, though.
Because
It really is.
one thing you got to learn about television is there'll tell something's coming out and they'll be pushed back for months. Look at Gatabait. We've been waiting for that for 2 years.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
many do you have now? How many of like your? Because you bought the 50 or something like that, or the 100,
I
whatever it
have
was.
100. I had 150 subscription.
How many we got so
So
far?
so I got about 60 of them, and I think I'm at 70 now. So I've still got like 80 left. You know, normally if a company was running for 3 years, it would be a lot less by now.
It's. I mean, I respect the hustle, but it's not as much me. It's not as much me. But I think punk really kind of is into their kind of into
Oh,
that
don't
type of
get me
stuff.
wrong.
And,
If you're into their stuff, like
you're
yes,
right.
SOVs that, and you're into that, good on you, because you've got a taste in something for sadly I've enjoyed a bit of, but not to the extent that maybe, other people have. I just
Like,
find it disappointing with some of the things they said, like, where's the Black Cobra movies? Hey Raf, where's the Black Cobra movies? They were in the original 13 weeks of Halloween announcements.
oh yeah, we covered that. We did. Thought we were
Yeah,
going to do Television Tuesday for a while, and
exactly.
then that didn't keep going, but not because we didn't want to, just because the
You
titles
know,
weren't there.
I
Um,
haven't had a subscription shipment from them since August. You
Hopefully,
know,
you get some good stuff in the new year. I know that there's the ones that I don't want to go into certain ones coming out that would have been better if they would have had certain things on them. Just saying.
oh, they've announced those ones, haven't they?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
I saw them because they're from my director. I've been wanting to watch the last ones of.
Oh, the
So
Flash.
yeah, so yes, I think people remember American Horror Story, Raf, because that wasn't that long ago.
Oh, they're starting a new season of it now. Actually, coming up soon.
Are
Apparently.
they really? Is it season 13 now?
I think so, and it's going to have guys come back for it. The guy that like left it for a while.
That's pretty cool.
So
But
let's look
yeah,
at this. Let's look at Severin. Like I'm going to call some Facebook page, which guys you should be on if you're. I was excited with this actually.
is that just the first one?
Just the first one, unfortunately. I want all of them. Like I'm going to see the Toro in about a week, so that'll be interesting. But
Oh, you're going to talk to him about his new movie,
which one? You mean
The
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein?
I haven't seen. I've been personally haven't seen it because I'm going to see it on the big screen.
Oh,
But
is it on the big screen? Is it playing there on the big screen?
oh yeah, it's playing at the festival, like
Oh, okay, well that explains it
Pan's
then. Okay.
Labyrinth Plant Festival too, and
So I need Fever 3 or Godfather 4. I'd pick Godfather 4. Why not?
no. After Godfather 3, like was the way Godfather 3 was, we're definitely going for Saturday Fever 3.
Oh,
Well, it wasn't very good, man. Okay, so right here we have the Severin first one, which is the Adam and Eve release. I'm not too interested in this one. I don't know about you.
I can tell you, Darth Sidious has seen that film,
Has he?
and he told me about it a while back, and he said it was really good. But I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. Not that he said it's good, but because it's an Italian film,
Yeah.
and it's called Adam and Eve, and most of the films Mark Gregory were in were kind of rip-offs of things like Rambo and like trash and stuff. So I'm not going to say it's the greatest movie, but I'm going to say it's probably okay if you're into that kind of cinema.
What about this one
North
here? North
Sea
Sea's
is
Death.
Death Sea. I'm really wanting to watch.
I like
That
the
looks
cover.
good to me.
Now,
Hmm.
here's an interesting one right here. Is there Bay of Blood? Big set for that one.
$65 4K. That's going to be.
But look how thick this piece is. See, look.
I mean, it's lovely. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to be expensive.
All right, I love the fact that they use the old school video nasty type of thing here. Look.
Best part of the release, to be honest. That because it really sells it more.
Oh, it definitely does sell it. And there's
I
like
love the slip though.
features are good on this. So it's 5 discs. Well, the fifth disc is CD. But still, I love the CDs. We got different versions of the film here. We got two 4Ks, 2 Blu-rays. Got Out of commentary, of course, going to be Tim Lucas. Yeah, we've heard that out of commentary before, but definitely a good one.
That's
Crippled
the third
Masters
one,
too.
Kubrick.
That's when you mentioned. Said that
Yeah.
there's a better edition of that one out. You said.
Yeah, I've got the Film Master one that came out not too long ago, and apparently it's unlicensed and unofficial, even though it's a press disc. But I watched it the other day, and it looked fantastic. The Film Masters one.
Now this one I used to have on VHS back in the day. I like Student Confidential a lot, actually. So this was the first one that really kind of like Bad Blood was really cool, but Student Confidential was one where it's like, yeah, I would have picked this one up.
I've
No,
not
I'm not.
seen Student Confidential, but I do want to pick it up.
There's the box right there. That's my. Oh, the Blade Cuts Deep actually came out today. It cuts deeper, which I'm kind of curious to see. Actually, I got sent together today. Actually,
Nice.
So super stoked on that one. I'm really excited to see the Night in Life of Jimmy Reardon coming out on. I love this. So let's get up to the latest one. So look, see all the stuff you get to look at on the page, guys. Oh, this is the one that Malcolm's excited about. The Bronson Lee Zakarate. Is it Za or Zay? Za or Zay? Which is it?
It's a Zakarate.
Oh, okay, Zakarate. A fighting machine
it's
goes
got, what's
wild.
his name in it? It's got Tadashi Yasushita in it, who was in The Octagon and in American Ninja as the Black Star Ninja, and he was in The Octagon playing Chuck Norris's brother.
Why are they calling him Bronson Lee? Is it because he's got a mustache, or
the Bronson Lee part was because during the Bruceploitation, they called him Bronson Lee.
That is, I'm not
because
sure.
he was like the Japanese Bruce Lee at the time in their eyes. That's what a lot of people said in the comments, but they wanted to know why it wasn't in the box set coming out of Volume 2. Because Bronson Lee, as in Bruce Lee. So
Now I know why. Because they're doing their own set for it.
But it's interesting because a true story about this, he does look a bit like Charles Bronson, yeah. Especially in those pictures. Interesting thing, I almost bought these on DVD a couple of weeks ago from Australia, pirate DVDs, because I've never had a chance to see them. And what happens? Severin announced them, didn't they?
I mean, these.
So
it's cool. I mean, I think it's a big announcement. I think
it's a very big announcement.
And the sixth one we got is Razorblade Smile, and not sad on this one. This is actually a decent film. I like it.
I've not seen that film, and the trailer did nothing for me.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it just did nothing for me. I looked at it and I went, "Does this really need a 4K?"
Well, it's got 9+ hours of special features.
Well, I guess that's why it needs the 4K then, because the special features,
British bloodsucker culture, vampires forever.
Oh, I was looking at the trailer for it with Donna when they announced it, and I was just like, "Oh no!" But I get why people might like it. I might actually watch the film and love it, but the trailer just didn't do anything for me.
Really fun stuff. You have Studio Canal UK Blu-rays. Yeah, I guess you're in the UK. You must have a lot of Studio Canal, probably.
I do actually. I've got a massive ton of them. I've got like a whole bookshelf full of them.
Because I was asked if I was going to do a Studio Canal like video. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great for my 4 Studio Canals I got. Yeah, we'll get you shows on camera sometime. What is Homicide?
It's mostly the Studio Canal Blu-rays are mostly old ones. They're not like, I mean, I can pick up random ones which have newer titles on, but obviously they're more older ones.
Do you find where there's certain companies like in the UK that are just kind of like old hat you because you know them, whereas other people outside the UK maybe get more excited for them? You're like, oh, I'm going to start and get those. Not a big deal.
That was like me when I moved to America, and I visited Donna in America before I moved there. Everything for me was about going to Walmart and experiencing Walmart, and how Walmart had the fantastic movie aisles, and Walmart's a dream come true for me. And going there and realised that Walmart wasn't that great, and it was Best Buy, but was the best part for me at the time. When I first came there.
Oh yeah, in Canada, like Best Buy was kind of the iffy one, but Future Shop had like all the cool titles. Everyone got cool titles went to Future Shop, And Best Buy is when like you want to get like a refrigerator or TV.
Oh, talking about that, not to cut off for a second. The washing machine here blew up today.
Holy shit! Are you okay? Is the place
Yeah,
okay?
we're okay. It killed the whole electric in the building. Right. So now we have to get another one. So hoping that goes well. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that in there because you said about the.
Now, was it your washing machine or was that washing machine already there?
It was already here. It was landlord, so he said he's going to get another one and get put here. But at the minute, I don't know. You know, he never got a wardrobe, so
When we
we'll see.
moved back to when I moved into in St. John's, I went with him. She had like a washing machine. She had a dishwasher there, and it was broken like from when she moved in. And
Yeah.
so I would get off work before she did. So I would go in and wash the dishes, hand wash the dishes. And one day, for some reason, I turned on the dishwasher just to see like water would turn on or anything. It was perfect, worked fine. I'm like, hey, did you just have me wash the dishes from the dishwasher?
She was just torturing you.
That's it. She was wanting to see if I was worth like keeping at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that Mikey release, Raf. I got it because I'm a subscriber to Film Treasures. So I got that and sold my American one. Mikey and Screen Bounty Entertainment, they're a good company, but you have to wait a while for the good prices when new things come out. So
we sat down 2 weekends ago and we watched the Phantom trilogy with Louis de Funès, and
oh, nice, fantastic! I love that trilogy.
so good. I mean, like I hadn't seen them
Yes.
before. They were new. to me.
Eureka. I'm guessing you've got the Kino Lorber edition.
Not yet. They're out. There's unfortunately streaming. Like we want to get the
Okay.
the ones from what's coming up from Eureka.
Oh, you want the Eureka one? Yeah, that's probably the better one because the thing. I've got the Kino one. I originally watched them in America on that, born with me, but I'll be buying the Eureka one because Louis Funès, sadly, is so underappreciated outside of France and Europe.
It's a shame. Like he was huge there too. Like
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like him like introduced me to him. And I was like, okay, like because when she said first he's big, I was like, okay, maybe it's a little big, but he was like,
Yeah.
he was huge, man.
Have you guys watched Rabbi Jacob?
We got it here. She's watched them all. Like she grew up with him with his stuff.
Okay, yeah.
She's a massive fan, and for the longest time, this stuff was really expensive and hard to get.
Oh, yeah.
Our first finesse set we got was when we were in Montreal, and we went to a bookstore, and they had some movies there, and they had a Louis de Funès set. It was only in French, but you know, that's what she saw them anyway.
Yeah. Yes, I killed some, put them in my washing machine, Alan, and that's why I can't open it. So hopefully when they take this one away, they won't notice the body in there and I'll get away with it. Huh? But yeah, Louis de Funès, I was lucky. My cousin put me onto him because my cousin's big into French cinema. So he recommended him ages ago. We're talking about years and years ago. And I started watching his stuff, and so much of it isn't subbed.
I know.
So it's very hard to watch, you know, like if they don't come out. So I'm hoping that the Eureka set is the start of a few more of his films coming out because the Jermaine set or whatever it's called, you know, the one where it's like the officer.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them, and they really need to have like really good quality subs. But yeah, Phantomus is really good. The first one, in my view, is the best one. The other two lack a little bit, but they're still good.
I like all three for different reasons. The first one I think is like got the quality story, but the second one, like what really amazed me was the stunt work. The stunt work, especially in the first one. And Louis de Funès' like son is in it too. It's in the second one, and I think he's in the third one too. But
not so much though.
No, not as much. The second one is big because he gets kidnapped. Yeah. But second one is very much James Bond, like making fun of James Bond stuff. I did not know that the actor was like what's his name? The guy that plays Phantomas.
Shit. It's quite a well-known actor.
Yeah, like it's because George Jean Maurice. Jean Maurice looked up. So he did a lot of like these kind of like the sword fighting films, like
yeah.
But he was like John Cocteau's lover.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I know he did Beauty and the Beast. Probably one of the things he's most famous for, because he's he's a beast. He's a guy in that, Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, because he's like 6 foot something, like big dude.
Yes.
And I'm like looking up his history, and like it's. Did you ever like check out his stuff? Like he's like the original like sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
His mom didn't want to have a boy, so she dressed him up as a female for the first 8 or so years of his life.
Ooh. Du-du-du-du.
Which makes you wonder, like, did the
Uh,
guy sleep with him?
I knew of him a little bit because my cousin, like I said, my cousin was big into French cinema and history of it and stuff and the people. But because I've never been somebody who has been able to delve deeply into French cinema, like fully.
Yeah,
Not because I haven't wanted to, just because it hasn't been there. Even though there's lots of films out, I've just never kind of had the chance to fully dip in. That's why I like Radiance, because it puts me into those. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I miss out on certain things. It's like I would love to be more into European cinema and watch more like Spanish, more Italian. I mean, proper Italian cinema, not just like the horror kind. Um,
Oh, there's some amazing stuff. Like I've been into European cinema for a while,
yeah.
but I grew up with a lot of that stuff. Uh,
Victor Salva, I think personally, like I was talking to someone about this today, and I said, look, I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible when somebody's done something, all right? And it takes away from all the work of everybody else who worked on a film on the set. And I feel like if a film like that gets released, then the person who did the thing, like Victor Salva, shouldn't get any money from that release at all, right? But I feel like money should go towards other things. Like I think after people get paid and that who worked on the film and stuff, then it should go towards a charity or something to help. Like for instance, if we talk about like Clown House, there should be money should go towards a charity to help kids. Because I feel like it's very important for if you want to shame someone and tell straight what they did, and it's an important thing, obviously, because it's evil, then I think you should also be able to put money towards helping other kids in the future with releasing that film after, like, let's say his money could go towards something like that.
I think this. Well, I'm going to guess Sean saying this tonight because Christian's video earlier today. A Planet CHH did a video about Victor Salva and Klanos
Okay.
today. I actually watched that. It's a really good video. For me, I'm with Christian on this in the fact that I don't want to see it or own it. Now, I'm okay with other releases. I'm okay with like coming out, and I do think that he shouldn't get my. I think that when Scream Factory, when they did the Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, it should have been more focused on the actors and not so much on the directors, on the director in that case, because of who the director was. I think that Thanos is a different story than all the other ones, and the reason for that is because the crimes were committed on that set. The crimes were committed to one of the main actors of the film. The crimes were committed with the camera that the film shot with. So and everybody has their own take on stuff. Like, and so I'm not going to say you shouldn't or can't watch it, but me personally, because of that, like I saw the movie before I knew that, and I wasn't a fan. But that being said, I don't think that one should be released because and if you watch the film, especially now, once you know and you see some of the scenes, especially at the beginning, there's some
Yeah.
questionable like shots in that film that are
Hey,
really
Gino. Yeah.
welcome it. But that's the but I 100%, if that has to come out, if somebody's going to put that out, then that's the absolute only way you can do it. The victim has to get some. The other people, if they want to. I say Sam Rockwell wants to stay as far away from Clarence as possible now. But because he's the one big actor that came out of that movie. But I'd say, yeah, they would have to go to like charities for like for abused kids and stuff like that. But I don't. I think yeah. But the fact that
I'll be
Francis Ford
honest.
Roman Coppola helped him out
I'll be
afterwards
honest.
gets on my nerves.
I'll be honest. When I watched Clown House ages ago because my friend Alex recommended it to me. I'd never heard of it before, and he
Did you
recommended it
like
to
it?
me. and I really liked it, but I didn't think about what was going on the screen at the time. I didn't even really notice it. Maybe it's because I just wasn't looking. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I watched it on the computer at the time, so maybe I was looking at other things like messages popping up, you know. But I watched a bit of it again recently, to see what people were more talking about.
Yeah.
And it's so horrible. It's so horrible to watch that. But it's so annoying for me because I love the film other than that part. You know, like I love the clowns. I love the way they are. I think it's very creepy. I like that. So I have a very love-hate relationship with the film because I love the film, but I hate when I think about, oh yeah, that's exactly what was happening, what people were saying.
Yeah.
So I love the clowns. I love the thing, but I hate the exploitation of what happened to the victims. You know?
Yeah, the camera work at the beginning of the film, like those shots that are taken, like the kids getting up and stuff, that's really,
Yeah.
once you know, you
Yeah.
can't unknow.
Well,
You
once I
can't see
looked
it.
at it again and saw that, I was like, oh God, yeah. I personally, I feel like that should be cut down.
Oh, 100%. Like that can't be on if they put it out because it's just like their secret. Like Salva, I think really pushed the envelope too when it comes to what he's doing now. I don't feel like he's no. They say he's like reformed on all that, but some of the stuff that he's put in some of his films really
Yeah, it's not
makes you
reformed.
wonder.
Yeah, if you there's one thing you learn about these people, right, is most of them lie out their teeth when they say they're reformed. You know.
I mean, hopefully there's not too many like him, but we got the alleged like Diddy stuff and but Salva's one of the ones we actually know.
It says, look at you guys discussing Blu-ray 4K. Now I'm still collecting Majesty VHS box sets, still coding EP mode. I'm going to answer this, Gino. I think you're a madman, right? You say about how bad the quality is, and then you're like buying more of them. What are you on?
I remember Madison like VHS when they did like. Are you talking about the blank ones that they used to do? Because Madison was one of the worst ones that came to the blanks.
Yeah,
Blank
they were
discs.
really bad. I don't think we didn't have that over in England, but I remember reading about how bad the quality was, and you know.
Because I'd always like save up.
But the sadly thing is, if that was all you had, or all you could afford at the time, you were happy with that. Because that's what it was like for me with old kung fu movies. I'd buy them, and the VHSs would be completely tattered, like like really watched.
Oh yeah.
But it was a part of the charm, wasn't it?
Well, same
So
with me when I was collecting Jello, right? Like they're all cut to
yeah,
pieces. They were shitty EP quality. Half the time, and they dubbed them over with these like the voices and it just made no sense once you knew what the film was about. Like
no,
Tenebrae was called Insane here and was cut down. Deep Red was the Hatchet Murders. That was again massively cut down. Creeper Phenomenon was called Creepers, which actually was a decent cut on that one. But yeah, it was. It's a different.
talking about cut down. I watched a film recently called 11 Rebels, which came out in 2024. It was Will Go USA release of a Japanese samurai movie. Really good fighting, all this, but I'm not talking about that. The film itself was cut by 35 minutes, released
That's
by
a
thing,
lot.
and I'm like, what the hell? Right? I look it up, and it's because Toei, I believe it was Toei, decided that the international market won't be able to keep up or something with it. And I'm like, talk about ruining your film. Once you know that's out of it, it kind of kills part of the reason people would buy it.
But isn't this Toei's like pretty much thing?
Yeah, they're a bit arsehole, shouldn't they?
Like
You
when they
know?
gave the criterion, you can do a Godzilla show us that, but you can only take these prints and you can only have the features that we say you can put on there. Yeah, it
Ridiculous.
was different stuff.
Ridiculous.
But the packaging
I
is
buy them
actually
because the page is actually quite attractive, especially a Hollywood romance set. Well, you know what, Gina, I'm
oh,
gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of VHS out there that had phenomenal box sets. And phenomenal sets, and they were really nice. To the point that my cousin still has hundreds upon hundreds of VHSs of stuff that you just
marked up.
can't get, you know. And like there's a train spot VHS that came with all this special stuff. And it was so good. Gmail can have Arrow video box sets. Yes, I have hundreds of them. I have two of the Jello ones, the black one, I have the red one. I don't have the white one because it had re-releases in.
Oh,
And
the other
then I have
with the black.
a lot of the big box sets. So, you know. So
I
yeah, I
was
had a lot of them. I mean, I've been opening up the Seijun Suzuki ones at the minute.
It's like they released Pearl. Yeah, Pearl came out today and Maxine as well, actually.
If they
I
weren't
get
so
the
expensive,
A24
I would have bought them.
I get the A24 set. So, well, the thing is, like, if I want to buy the second sight set, I kind of can, because, like, he doesn't want me to like double dip on stuff that I bought unless it's something I really like. Like, no, Halloween set, I massively doubled it, not tripled it. But I luckily enough, A24 sent me the set, so I could buy the other ones and like
I'd
do my first time.
probably, if I'm honest, I'd probably only buy Pearl because I love Pearl, but I wasn't as keen on the other two.
I'm actually really surprised you like X, actually, because it really seems up your alley.
It does, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I like Eggs, but I like Pearl more. I think the acting and the way the set is in Pearl is just so intoxicating. Like, really pulls you in.
Pearl's on another level, but I think that down the road, Maxine is going to be the one that gets the reevaluation. I think a lot of people,
Probably.
because of how good Pearl was, and how strong that performance was from Mia Goth,
Yeah.
you know, we got a new Superman out there, Dave Cornsweet. But I knew it was really good in that as a projectionist. But the Maxine, I think, had maybe too much hype.
Yeah.
But I think
Especially that trailer. That trailer was amazing.
Oh yeah, but I think Maxine is way better than people give it credit for, and it'll get that credit down the road because there's some really
the best part of Maxine is the Buster Keaton guy.
For me, when I watched Maxine first time I watched it, I watched it on like I had a download thing, right, streaming thing, and I hit it. There's a glitch, and it went right to the end of the film. So, but because of that glitch, it was very much like I was very much more surprised when the movie ended. Because if you remember the last scene of the film, which is what I saw first, I thought, oh, she's, oh God, this is going in a very dark way. That's not what happens because, it's on set type of thing. But yeah, so I expected a much more, a different ending to the film. When I get to it, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But it's still, that disturbed the hell out of me, that sequence.
Yeah.
People didn't like the mystery part of it, but I think when you kind of know afterwards, it's kind of like you don't focus on the mystery aspect of it.
I always tell people, my view is this: if you watch something and you like something like how I like Pearl, right, then eventually you need to watch the other two again to see if your opinion changes on those, because you liked one of them a lot. And if it's the middle film, it's like, well, I know they're kind of different, even though they're not. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're not, they don't just follow each other perfectly, I mean, you know what I mean? So it normally means if you watch them again, you'll probably notice stuff later on and probably appreciate it more.
That's the thing. I mean, and there's they're kind of different genres too, with kind of the focus with Mia Goth. But like the first one is a slasher. It's kind of deconstruction of the slasher genre, but done a bit better. Then you get the second one, which is an old school kind of like a not supernatural, kind of an old school psychological thriller, a drama really. And you get the third one, which is a giallo. And people forget that when giallos are done, like they follow the mystery trope, but most of the giallo reveals are insane. As a guy that loves giallos, it's not like, oh look how well constructed this killer's reveal.
I think the other thing was that it should have helped Maxine, but probably didn't as well. Was it was based on a real killer as well?
Oh, the fact that they use, I like that they did that because it was an interesting way to go with the with it, because those killings were going on at the time. Some people hated Maxine's horror neo-noir crime film. It's not neo-noir, actually. Maxine's not remotely neo-noir. I know people are trying to kind of put it in that box, but it is so based in the giallo genre. It's insane the way that they've done it.
I love that Alan knows that I'm perverted, so he asked me, "What's the name of the movie that has a scene where a woman dry humps a scarecrow?"
That's Pearl, all right now.
I think it happened in Scarecrows as well, actually.
Which one? Like the
the 80s one.
There's the Tiffany Shepard one, or
I think that's the one. Yeah, I think it happened in that. No, could be wrong. I mean, it's been ages. I did enjoy that film though, quite a lot.
But there's like a lot of good stuff when it comes out there. It's a good time now to be collecting some of this stuff. It's an expensive time to be collecting some of this stuff, which makes it really hard. I
Yes,
did
they
a
get
post
more and more
recently.
expensive.
Oh yeah, I did a post recently on social media talking about DVD and how like a lot of the stuff the DVD put out on DVD at the day and the time are kind of what we're getting back to now. Like a lot of the early releases, like on DVD, I picked up one of my old John Wayne sets, right? And I
Mm,
opened up had searchers inside of it, and inside the searchers there was like these kind of these pictures, these cards, these with like behind the scenes and sets, and there's like
yeah.
a big like thing of like the letters and stuff that were sent back and forth. And there was a full comic book of the searchers as well that came out, reproduction on there too. I'm like, this is what they're doing now, but back then it was a lot cheaper to do.
Yeah, it was
Um,
a lot cheaper and it didn't cost as much either when you
and you
bought
can
it.
like if people want to get like movies with swag and like posters and booklets and like books and all this type of stuff. There's a whole lot of like really cool DVD sets out there that probably cost a fraction of the price that some of the new stuff cost. That you can collect and still get a lot of that kind of really cool feeling of that of getting those really kind of
I
premium editions.
remember I remember years ago getting a whole load of DVDs and they'd all have these bonus booklets in and all this. And the price would go down so fast on them. Not like super fast, but you never had to worry about them disappearing really
Yeah.
quickly. And FOMO wasn't as bad back then because if you wanted something, more likely if you got it within 6 months, you had it, you know.
Well, back then it was like
Now,
limited editions were like 50,000, 100,000.
that's
Not
what
like
I mean. Nowadays, it feels like everything is like it's gone.
yeah.
And if it doesn't sell out within like a month, then more likely it's not going to sell out for a long time.
Yeah, there's no
Um,
like in between there.
yeah. So like you'll find things available and you'll be like, oh no, it's gonna sell out. And then like 4 months down the line, you're like, why isn't it sold out? And it's super cheap.
Yeah.
Or it sells out the same week. You know, mate, it's crazy.
It's hard. You can't tell
Um,
nowadays either what's going to sell out and what's not.
no, you
Because
never know.
sometimes
Sometimes gone.
no, I'm finished.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's always the way, isn't it? No. Hey
It's
Jose.
Jose, welcome, man. Um, it's the it's a different way to look at this. I mean, when you look at some of the stuff here, I look at the prices of some of these releases are
Hmm.
like I wish I could say like, oh man, these are all like wonderfully priced and everybody can buy, but that's not the case. It's a hard time now as a collector to just to like put aside like the money
Yeah.
for all of this.
Well, there was a time where you could pick stuff up and it didn't go to like $100 immediately. Nowadays, you pick up two titles and you're coming out the store and you've got two titles. Crazy.
Yeah. I used to be able to go with like there was a time I could do like $20 movie challenge, and I come out with like 4 or 5 titles,
Was
and I
that
used to
brand
do that.
new?
Oh yeah, I used to do
Yeah.
that back in the day. Like I always said, oh, I got to film one of these. I got to film one of these, and I never did. And now it'll be like $20 movie challenge. I guess I'm gonna go to the $5 bin because that's a bit
Well,
more
in order
limited.
to do that, really, you have to go in places like CEX now.
Yeah. Well, I could do that.
You know.
So yeah, I did in Spain because CX in Spain actually gets stuff.
Oh, but I mean, if you want to do a $20 or €20 one, you'd have to do it in the pre-owned thing.
Oh, you would have to.
You know.
We're talking about
Yeah.
a lot of things actually. Right now we're talking about like collecting and the cost of like the cost barrier, which is a bit killer.
Well, I mean, I was looking at an import thing, and I was thinking about importing some movies like the 4K, black exploitation sets, and a couple of the other Shout Factory sets, like Hardboiled and that. And I got to the point where it was like $500 for like four sets almost. If you included shipping.
Holy crap! I mean,
And
like,
I was just
yeah.
like, is that worth it for me to pay $500 for basically two box sets and then some other small sets? And I was like, no, that's ridiculous.
Well, Arrow's going to put a lot of those John Woo releases apparently in the UK, so you're probably better off waiting for those there.
Oh, I know, but I kind of hope, I don't know if I was going to release it the way I want it to be released. I'm waiting for them to announce it so that I can basically know.
I can't see seeing it
Um,
being lesser. The only way that it could fail is if they said, you know, a good way to put these John Woo sets why don't we get the guy that did the Child's Play, like the Chucky collection, and have him do the
Oh,
covers?
that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
That is the worst, man. That Arrow's like that is
And
it
they weren't even
amazing.
aligned either.
I heard that actually.
It was
But
awful.
see, if I had known that like all the 4K, the Child's Play 4Ks were like there for $100 at the time, I would probably contact my mom and said, hey, get that for me. I'll pay you for it. Because when Shout had that big like sale,
Yeah,
they had all the Child's Play 4Ks, even the remake, all together as a bundle for $100, which is really good.
that's not bad.
Mm.
I hated that I couldn't buy from that sale.
Same here. That you have no idea how much it bothered me, man. Like I was seeing
It
like
re-
people showing their stuff and like getting stuff, and I'm like, motherfuckers.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I own that Raphael Memoriam. It should probably play. It probably would be on there without the slip now, but I own it.
Did you like it?
I thought it was all right.
See, here's the thing for me.
I'm
One
not
of
a
the
big
biggest things
found
that-
footage style person anyway, so
I like some of them. Paranormal Activity has Katie Featherstone. Featherstone? Is that the name? And
I believe so.
Katie, I think at least. We'll say Katie. Anyway, so she was a big part of me watching those films back in the day. So
I bet she was, huh? Yeah.
She
See,
really
I'm
was.
not the only pervert in here, guys.
Well, I was on.
Remember
I'm
that.
not sure if Jose is here now. He could have jumped on if he wanted to, actually. But we did the bottom to the Vige, right? The bottom to the Vige, and we watched 2 movies, and they were movies by Chris Stokes, the guy that did you got served, and they were very very low budget, very not so much low.
Yeah,
But
because
they were
one of them had the guy in it was in Sister Sister.
he used both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually wrote the second one that we watched, the newer one called Run, where they don't do any running. But they had like these kind of really attractive ladies on it, and I'm like,
They
I'm
always
sorry,
do, don't
but it was all PG. So I'm like, if you're gonna have these ladies in this movie with that acting, you better give me some Jim Wynorski type scenes, because if not, I'm so
I don't know if you've noticed this, but more so lately, you find these films and they don't seem to want to give the nudity.
I think it's getting more. We're getting back to that a bit now, more. But for a while, that was 100% the truth. And I think that Tubi, like Jose said, like Tubi and Master Cass said that Tubi were kind of like, if you look at their Tubi exclusives, a lot of Tubi exclusives are like kind of like PG rated stuff, PG-13, even they're like horror stuff. There's not a lot of nudity when it comes to that, and
We want nudity.
I do. If I was going to make a movie myself, I would probably be in the exploitation genre. Because
2 things I want to see in movies is nudity and teabagging.
Well, I don't know about the second one, but the first one for sure. There's a
You can
lot of
blur
good
it out, but I still want it to be done.
They're gonna go. Might as well show it if I'm gonna put it in there. But we got. What do you think's the best one so far for the Vinegar Syndrome? Which one?
So far for the bigger syndrome, I think it's the Shore set personally. But that's only because I mean, if I were to say like non something, it's at close range, obviously. But if I wanted to go for a more unobvious answer, it's the Shore set. Because as much as I like Sato, I've not seen those 2 films, and these films can be quite mental. And Time Crimes I haven't seen. Garbage Pail Kids, I don't really have much of an interest in. So yeah, it's those 2. What about you?
So for me, as much as I love At Close Range, this is not the first time it's been released. So
That's true.
that takes that one out for me a bit. Garbage Pail Kids I like more than you, but I don't know if it's the big one. I still got to go with Child Scares, same as you, because it's just like what it offers. Time Crimes is a great movie, but Time Crimes, At Close Range, Garbage Pail Kids all have had releases before. I've got Time Crimes on DVD here, actually, at the house.
If we want to be logical, all these movies, except for the Sato, to my knowledge, have all had releases elsewhere so far, or they're re-releases.
See, for me, yeah, but like the Shaw one, at least looks like it's giving something that's more new. Just maybe with packaging, the way that's being done. But out of this stuff that's coming out, I'm probably a bit more excited about the Garbage Pail Kids, just because if you look at
Mm,
the covers on all these releases, Shask
yeah,
Scares and Garbage Pail Kids have the best covers.
that's true. They do.
I'm aesthetics person. The looks matter to me. I'm very shallow. But yeah. So
To answer your question, Gino, Earl Grey has always been a favourite. Donna loves caramel, and English breakfast nice. And I didn't know until recently, but I've been having Focus tea, which has been very nice. I love the taste of that. Donna likes toast and jam as well, the tea. So
now for
yeah.
me, I'll be a bit controversial. One is if it's chamomile, I don't want a tea bag. I actually want chamomile. I want chamomile. Like I want chamomile itself. Earl Grey, Lady Earl Grey. I like a little bit better actually than Earl Grey. There's just something about the Lady Earl Grey that I find a bit more tasty, I guess. But
You
I'm an
know
old
why, didn't
school.
you? You know why it's called Lady Earl Grey, didn't you?
I want to hear this.
Because what they do is they pluck pubes from a lady and they put them in the bag.
Malcolm. Well, I've always liked Lady Earl Grey a bit better. I used to, when I was in college, I'd have like English breakfast in the morning and have Earl Grey at night. And as I tried like more, then chamomile became my kind of my tea when I
See,
was just
see,
wanted to get
this is why Canadians are actually English people. Because if they want to drink that, that means they're English. There you go.
well, Crash Back Kids, the movie stars John Aston's son, Mackenzie Aston. Mackenzie Aston was really good in that movie.
Nice.
He was in, what was that at the time when I was a kid? Oh yeah, Facts of Life. He did the last couple seasons
Mm,
of Facts of Life.
noise.
But yeah, for me, honestly, know, it's a solid slate
It's
of
very
titles
solid.
here.
I think Severance is as well, to be honest. Um, I think I still think it's a waste of a spot them doing that triple masters, but
I
you
think.
know the disc might come out and it might blow everybody away and it might be the best looking, but it's just when I looked at the disc, it didn't seem that bad at all.
See, for me, if any company is like where Vinegar Syndrome used to be, it's Severin. In the type releases that they're putting out.
Especially with the box sets.
Oh yeah, Severin release.
I tell you,
Severin
I tell you,
put it better.
Black Friday, I'm tempted to buy that karate film, you know, karate set.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to pick up the Emmanuel set and maybe Psychotic Women Volume 2.
so I'm waiting until like I can get them for a little bit cheaper. I think, and I think it's gonna for. I got to check. I got to check Paris too before I
Ooh.
for some of the stuff.
Well, it would be amazing if you could get the Emmanuel in Paris like you got the other one.
Yeah, that was like a surprise. I didn't think like I didn't pick that when the Manuel set. He didn't pick that out. Like I was up in the other section in Metaluna looking at some of the German media books, and he picked saw
Mm.
the Emmanuel set there, the Black Emmanuel set, the Lord Gibbs one, and she said, it's your birthday, you got to get the set. This is you, and it was an expensive set. And I'm like, I'm not sure, it costs a lot. And she's like, no, we're getting it. Then went back next day, I picked up the Bollywood set too.
That's the bit where Bruno in the store sang "Surprise, Surprise" by Cilla Black.
It's a I got to get back there. I got to get back to that story. I
My
I
cousin
liked
went there when I recommended it to him when he went over to Paris,
it.
and he called it an expensive mental place to be. And I said, "Well, that's easy for you to say when you're in England,
Yeah.
you
And
know."
it's the thing, like, from the English releases aren't that pricey because they stick close, but the streaming releases are pricier.
Yeah.
Stuff that's imported, but they have to import it too, so it's going to cost more. Um, there's,
If I went there, I'd look at the kinos and stuff.
oh man, they have some nice stuff, and they have like labels and stuff that you wouldn't expect. They have the French ones out there too. They have the German ones. It's just a nice store that has a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And really focuses on. They got to love that type of stuff.
All the haunts should be on.
Oh, he's back. Hey, you can come in, Jose, if you want to. By the way,
All the haunts should be on sale. I think if they do another one, a 24-hour box set sale. But I don't know because sometimes they don't do it every year, do they? The box sale.
I
Because they
like
did it that
last time.
one time
Yeah,
when
and then
you
they did.
manipulate the system and you got all the halts from the free shipping, and then they got really pissed off about it for a while and didn't do it again, and then they did it again, like 2 years later.
For me, it's I love when they do the box set sale. I mean, like
Me
that's the
too.
best part of the sale for me. But their best sale was still the sale that their website crashed, and you had to like
Yeah, true.
go on with this thing, this file, and look through this kind of like a PDF type file, and had to like send in your order via email. And I'm like, okay, uh, it was the best prices, the best price I'd ever seen
Mm. Well, I'm
for the.
hoping. I mean, I gotta be honest. I've seen what 3 box sets announced in like 3 months, which I want. The Christopher Lee one, the Emmanuel one, the Exorcismo one. You know,
I
mental.
mean, it's the Exorcism one. I think is the best out of the three of them. That is by far like the like Emmanuel one is good, but it's really like 4 or 5 films. It's not like, which is different because
Oh yeah,
when I think
obviously, the more films, the better, really. But
when I think of Severin box set now, Severin is the king when it comes to these box set releases. I don't think there's any company that does
I
as good as
disagree.
who.
The king of box sets is David Sterling,
Oh, of course. Well, how can you go
releasing
against like
those classics and those big box sets with his signature inside.
with
Absolutely amazing.
the
Best,
Witchcraft
most
set?
detailed, and I kid you not, incredible releases. He puts massive packaging in it. Incredible.
I can't
Don't
wait to see your
ever
unboxing
say
of Witchcraft.
Seven outdoes him because it's out of line.
Malcolm's gonna like unbox Witchcraft box set for us, obviously.
I am.
'Cause
I'm going to unbox that Meat Hook Massacre, Camp Blood, and whatever the other ones are.
have you ever bought one of those, by the way?
No, I almost did when I was in America. I contacted him. I spoke to him. And I said to him, "Look, I'm interested." Blah blah blah. He kept getting funny. He kept putting the price down, and then he seemed to have like a massive fit. But I didn't want to pay for them. Not that I don't mean like I wanted them for free, but I just didn't want to pay the price he wanted me to pay. And he just seemed to get really, really fed up with me.
Okay.
Oh, we should do it. I like that, Jose. We should do it.
That'll be fun.
That'd be amazing. I'd like that, Jose. We should do that. That would be hilarious, actually. Um, but I can tell you, my soul would probably drain after a certain period.
I can tell you that like
Um,
Jose should be nervous because I may put a David Sterling film into the Vige to the bottom one of these days.
ooh. But yeah, so he got really angry with me over it, but I haven't spoken to him since after that. But the films, depending on your moods, the films go from extremely awful to having some sort of fun element to them. I still want to say Camp Blood, the animated one, and I can't find it or get it anywhere.
Hey, Warlock, welcome, man.
Hey, well, look in the house. Been ages since I've seen you in here.
Michael Keaton, Mount Rushmore.
Um,
Uh,
okay. For me, that would be. We're talking about his movies, right?
yeah.
To me, that would be Batman. That would be one.
Okay.
Um,
I agree. That's not my taste.
Another one would probably be. Uh, I guess you have to put. Do you have to put Beetlejuice on there?
You don't have to. It's your Mount Rushmore.
I guess it depends on the day because you'd put those two back to back, really, wouldn't you? What are the other ones?
For me, Clean and Sober's got to be on there. Clean Sober's probably his best
Yeah.
performance. You-
I'm trying to think.
Mr.
Trying
Mongo's
to
on it.
think. Yeah.
And
God, what is that? What's that one he did, the thriller? Is it? I'm going to say it wrong, aren't I?
Pacific Heights.
Pacific Heights. I always liked him in that.
Yeah.
And
There's Master Cass is right there. Look.
oh, he's good. Great answers there. I'm trying to think of ones that aren't. It's weird, isn't it? Because I'm trying to think of ones that are not obvious. Like obvious for me to say.
Well, Dream Team was a great one. I think Clean and Sober was
Yeah.
my, like, hands down. Hands down.
Yeah.
That's how I knew he could play the other roles.
Yeah. Trying to think. Oh. But yeah, definitely those ones. We'll be on there. I'm back in Mount Rushmore. Gung Ho.
Gung Ho's a good one, actually. I like Gung Ho a lot. That will be on mine, actually.
There we go. Look, William S. Hart, Mount Rushmore. Go on, Aaron.
Dude, you realize it's like 2:43. I'm not gonna like that's like I love Becker's work, but I don't know if I could do it like a Becker one. They'd even look at stuff up right now.
Say look. He says he can't do it, but he always puts me on the spot, and it's like 2:43 here and all.
Well, to be fair, we both did the one for there. I could do a Harold Becker one quicker than I could do like the Where I Miss Heart. My dad could do Where I Miss Heart one, but you know, I like See I Love Man.
Sterling Mount Rushmore. Ooh.
Camp Blood 1, Camp Blood 2, Camp Blood 3, Camp Blood 4.
Grand Theft LA. Camp Blood 666. Meat Hawk Massacre 4.5.
I haven't even seen those movies in my life. Those massacre ones. I think I've seen movie timelines talk about them. That's what I've seen.
Technically, Hell's Highway, that one television release, that was one of his films. He was producer on that. And I like that film.
It was Electric Dreams getting a remake. Is it really? I don't think Electric Dreams needs a remake.
I don't think it needs it, but it's getting one. No
how do
ship is good.
Like, how do you beat the song? Like, Electric Dreams has Love is Love from Boy George.
If they remake it, they might use the song again, but just someone else do it.
Beyond
a
the
bit
Green
like,
Door.
you know, I don't know. I don't know why we have to always have I don't know why we always have to have these remakes over and over again. When is Behind the Green Door released? It's released on Black Friday, isn't it?
Well, they haven't said, have they? Have they said that's coming out for sure? I know it's coming out. I know that they're doing that.
That's the Melusine one, right? Or am I confused?
Yeah, no, you're right. Smell scene.
Yeah, that's coming out on Black Friday.
You know
Mount
when
Rushmore. That's easy. Rope, Psycho, Frenzy.
Oh, if you don't put Shadow of a Doubt in there, like it's not a
yeah.
Hitchcock from Mount Rushmore.
Strangers on a Train.
Great film. It's kind of comical because he never would have done that if he hadn't missed out on Talent of Mr. Ripley. Because that came out as Purple Noon, right, with Alain Delon.
Yeah.
And he tried really hard to get it, and he was pissed when he didn't get it. So he proactively went out and got the Strangers on a Train, their next book, which Highsmith did, because he was so pissed about not getting Ripley. Would have been interesting to see what he would have done with Ripley, but I do like Purple Noon.
I think he would have nailed it, to be honest.
Would have had Alain Delon, well, I think Hitchcock pretty much nails everything that he does. But Purple Noon is such a classic for me. And it was such a discovery. For me, it's like a Criterion. One of my first Criterions I ever bought, actually.
But Alain Delon is fantastic in practically everything. I mean, that's an actor that rarely gets talked about unless you talk about, you know, foreign cinema, world cinema. It's crazy. I mean, the guy should be. Something the most terrifying thing I've ever seen is a picture of Hitchcock in drag.
Oh, they look big.
I'm going to look that up. Like, oh, that sounds amazing. Name, City of Industry. You know, I personally think that I just think it's sad that sometimes people don't get mentioned like they should do when they're like these incredible actors. I mean, don't get me wrong. Alain Delon gets mentioned a lot because of the Criterion releases and stuff like this, and people know him because of, you know. But I'm talking about the average. I'm talking about the average person. Do you know what I mean?
It's a sneaky suspicion this Black Friday will be quite lame. I think the titles are already now, Chaos, are decent. I do have a feeling, like Malcolm does, and probably you do too, that we've seen the best titles.
Yeah. You know, there's all this talk, isn't there, about, like I said earlier, about one of the titles being Last Dance on the Left. And I mean, it's everywhere, so it's not like I'm spoiling it or anything. If that is the case, because people would have seen it. And to be honest with you, I don't want it. I don't want it. I feel like it's come out too much, and there's sets and
Black Friday's always been fun in Canada
awful.
because we're Boxing Day people. Like we're Boxing Day people in Canada. We're Boxing Day people. Black Friday was more came out more was a more recent thing. So there's no
same
Black
for
Friday.
us. Same for us over here. We didn't have Black Friday until what, the last
You guys have
6.
Boxing Day too, right?
Yeah, Boxing Day's always been a thing here, hasn't it?
No. William, he has a Heart podcast. So make sure you check it out, by the way, guys.
Yeah, if that's the titles, Jose, that's really
Terra
embarrassing.
Firma. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
Yeah, that would suck.
if that's the case,
That would be horrible.
but this is Vinegar Syndrome. They kind of always kind of make you regret it. And by the end of the year, I love Vinegar Syndrome. Don't get me wrong, and I'll always want to support them, but I can't just blindly go, "Oh, I love everything they release." I just can't do it because I'm not being fair to people, am I?
Your friend worked at Terra Firma? I'm not like, wasn't one of my favorites. To be honest, I'm gonna be, but I feel like the best trauma stuff is out there, has been put out.
That's not true, actually. I've got they need to start releasing all those really bad DVD ones on Blu-ray
Chillers.
and 4K.
I'd prefer to see Chillers get like a release on Blu-ray, not 4K. Like these don't need 4K.
Hey, watch what you say, Jose. That's not junk. Not fair. Not fair.
Ghost Fever.
Absolutely mental.
Not one of Sherman's
Absolutely
best, but I could see what Australian physical media boutique label could release 1997 City of Industry. Sounds like an Umbrella thing, actually. Umbrella's really good with releasing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like those titles.
You can normally tell what's going to come out through Umbrella and Imprint. You can kind of tell.
I would say, I was excited to find out about Scars, Dracula, Horror, Frankenstein, and Vampire Circus.
No, it's not karate. It's not junk. It's actually a pretty decent trilogy.
Blood Hooks can never have a 4K. It does not need a 4K.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy they announced it, to be honest.
I don't think
Cribbled Masters. I don't know, Jose. Do you have the Film Masters copy of Cribbled Masters? Because I own it and I watched it, and the film's great. Don't get me wrong, but I really don't know if it really needed a Severin upgrade, if you ask me, or supposed Severin upgrade, because I thought the Film Masters version was fine. Sorry, Alan.
I mean, there's a lot that they could. I'm still waiting for Breaking All the Worlds to come out again, the 1980s film.
There's so many films that need to come out, and you've got a lot of old Blu-rays now that need the proper remastering.
Well, Breaking All the Worlds never got a DVD or Blu-ray. It's only a VHS release.
Yeah, they say the Film Master was the unofficial, but it's fine. I've got the Blu-ray. I watched it, and it looks beautiful in my view. I mean, don't worry, it's got problems, but you expect that from an old kung fu film. So, I think the Severin one's going to be lackluster. I mean, it might look a little bit better, but I can't imagine it being like a million times better, like they're saying. It just seemed like a weird release anyway, because I was like, the Film Masters one didn't come out that long ago. So, hey, happy International Men's Day to you as well, Gino.
International what?
Men's Day.
Is that a thing?
This is International Men's Day. Is the day where man can't get in trouble for saying loads of inappropriate stuff. So that means from now on to the end of the stream, I'm going to say everything inappropriate.
And you'll say it in silence. Enemy Mine. I love this movie, by the way. Enemy Mine is so good. There you
It's
go,
good.
guys.
They
Thumbs
need
up.
to release that again.
Hype this video. Is thumbs up hype now? What is hype? YouTube keeps telling me to hype. Have they told you, Jose, the hype? To tell people to hype the video? Because you keep telling me that. I don't know what that means.
Do you know, I can't find it anywhere, the hype button.
I don't know what it means.
But I see Brendan saying it all the time on his videos, and I don't see the hype button.
They mentioned it to
So
me. I know they've like sent me like an email a while back on hype, and I just I don't read those things, so I was like, I guess.
But how do you hype? Do you have to get up and with pom poms and start jumping up and down?
Hey, I was a cheerleader. Remember that, guys? Actually, probably don't remember that. You knew that, right?
You hit the thumbs up, then you can hype the video.
Oh, okay, there you go. Hype the video. Do it.
What's that? What's it? It is a joke Men's Day. Oh, Gino's going to get into an argument with Raph about Men's Day.
You can't do it on
I
live.
can't do it live. It kind of sucks because you'd think you'd want it to be on a live thing, wouldn't you? Because you'd kind of want that. You'd kind of want that like a hype one where the hype goes up on the screen and like there's clapping and like this bar goes up. You know, like you're winning a prize or something. That'd be awesome.
I think a lot of those like kind of 90s, 2000s erotic thrillers have really need like good releases.
Yes, I want Alien Nation. Alien Nation. Someone needs to release the TV movies properly on a Blu-ray.
When I did you watch my like 8 like sci-fi shows that aren't Star Trek that are really good?
I actually turned it off halfway through in disgust, to be honest. So, you know, I'll tell you why, if you want. I was sitting there watching it, and I went, is he going to say any movies, or any TV series, sorry, but nobody's ever heard of? And when I found it wasn't, I just couldn't watch it anymore because I was so disheartened. Because I went, this man right here is supposed to be somebody who watched the most unique and weirdest things, and yet he's telling people about Doctor Who, he's telling people about Farscape, he's telling people about all this stuff like Babylon 5. Where's the stuff that's under the counter? Where's the VEI stuff? Where's the stuff that nobody remembers? It was a good video.
It's so because the guy that did, I think was it Rockney? That did what's the other guy did Alien Nation, the TV series. One of the guys that I just did some of the stuff on because I only picked things that I actually had. It was Rockney S. O'Bannon. Rockney S. O'Bannon did the did Alien Nation. Wrote Alien Nation. And he was the guy that created like DSV and Farscape, which is my better half's favorite.
I was actually surprised you didn't show Alien Nation, to be fair.
Don't have it. I don't own it.
Oh, you don't have it?
No. It had like a so release. But that's a long time ago, and that's long gone out of print, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I used to own them. I used to own the complete Alien Nation series. But like, and I think and it was the early 2000s that came out. Same with
I own the series and I own the Region 1 American box set. Funny enough, the Region 1 movie box set I didn't buy until I was in this country. And I got off of eBay for like £10, thinking, oh, it's not going to be the one. And it actually was the 5-movie set.
That was a nice set. There's some features on it too, actually.
I was quite impressed with it because it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, the only time Vinegar Sim's April Fool's thing that was good was the most recent one, by the way.
I was quite impressed with it, actually. I was actually impressed with it was 2 things.
They're actually films, not just some slipcover.
Yeah, the films and the Frisbee. I keep telling Donna we need to go over to the park. I need a photo.
I haven't played Frisbee in a long time. Like over decades.
When you think you got free shipping, right? If you ordered that back in April, and what was it like $24? Take care, Jose.
Have a great one.
Because if it was $24, that was a bargain, especially if you're international.
I mean, there's stuff. Choices have been made. Vinegar Syndrome's worst, I think, that he did was obviously the 5 slipcovers.
Oh, are you talking about the class one?
Yeah, sucked ass.
Class, yeah.
Are you cutting class? Yeah, that was a horrible idea. 1 movie, 5 slipcovers.
Take care, Raf.
Have a good
day at work.
I would say, yeah, that would probably be the worst one right there.
I didn't like the Fatal Game slip. You know, the April Fool's one. I really didn't like that.
Oh, that sucked. This fatal games, especially for that film. So many better stuff's coming on.
I mean, I like the style of it. I like what they were trying to do with it, but I didn't like the whole scratch off thing. You know, once the movie comes through, in no way any movie can be rediscovered these days. Aha! But this is the key. This is the key. This is why it's so important now to be a part of private peer-to-peer groups and transferring over to a hard drive on your own system, then
I think.
connecting it to your TV.
Well, I've talked about this on before. I don't know if I've talked about it more recently, but that I think that streaming has killed like discovery of films, and actually discovering something as opposed to like an algorithm showing
Yeah.
you what it's an echo chamber of what you already would watch
Yeah.
anyway. I think
I
of new
just want to
Vinegar.
say this. I just want to say this for Gino. He says he takes Men's Day seriously due to his own personal background. I get that, Gino. You know, obviously, I'm not going to divulge your personal issues either, or personal relationships and stuff. You know,
Whether
but
it's
I do understand. It can be very hard. You know, I grew up mostly with my mum, and in that time, I felt like as a kid, I had to grow up and be a man, and I had to, do these things. So I take it very seriously myself, especially in a world where I feel like there has to be examples of good people, because I feel like sometimes in the world, it's a lot colder in the world we live in now for everybody. So we all have to be a good example for one another. And I feel like every day, but it's a special day, should be everybody's day who's that. So, for instance, I think International Women's Day is important to respect. I think it's important to respect Men's Day, so forth, And so I agree with you. I can't believe Aaron's typing when I'm saying this instead of agreeing with me. This is utterly rude. You know that. You should be saying, I agree with you. You're the man. I'm the man. But instead, you type and ignore it. I'm
yeah, there we go.
disgusted.
I guess more there
He
actually
doesn't
look like
take it seriously.
I think the new line from Vinegar Syndrome, the reissue for the keep stuff. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like that they're getting more stuff in retail. I'm not sure if we're at the right time for a lot of that stuff, but hopefully it'll do well.
I think the
Because
retail thing will take away from the company more, to be honest. But we'll see.
the thing is, like a lot of us we don't realize, we don't think about the fact that we know Vinegar Syndrome and we know like these companies because we're into the sales, we're watching stuff. There's people like would know Vinegar Syndrome from Severin or from like Scream Factory. So for people that are casuals, it's good for them to maybe find some of these releases and some of the ones that be more mainstream.
So
Like the people,
let me get this straight. To say what you're saying, sorry if I cut you there. So these retailers are the ones that actually go in places like Walmart and Best Buy and stuff like that.
from what I hear, I think so. Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then okay, I get a bit more. It gives them a little bit more leeway. But I don't know. You can get I don't know. I just get so confused with it because you can get a lot of the films now in stores pre-owned. I mean, you see a lot of them in half-price books and that now. So, but I get what you mean because most of the time you wouldn't even think about the label, would you?
Mhm. Like we do because this is what we do. But the average person, not so much, right?
Yeah, exactly. Um,
And the people that are getting into buying stuff now, a lot of people are getting it through thrifting and through like buying things like secondhand or buying things like on DVD, buying things like cheaper. If you go and watch the TikToks and the people that are popular right now, they're not going and picking up movies because they come from label. They're picking up movies that they just want to watch. So they'll buy
yeah,
them like
sure.
in any format they can. So if somebody comes along, they'll know Criterion because everybody knows Criterion, right?
Yeah,
But like Vinegar Syndrome is still, as much as we like it, they're still more on the niche side of the label thing. Like, and that's not even going like television or like or Culture Shock or some of the other
yeah,
ones. Like they're not. They're even like they're even further down. Like we know they are because we do this stuff. We cover this stuff.
yeah.
It's part of our job to know this stuff. but
Yeah.
I don't expect like my mom to, if I to understand like what
Well,
the
this is
difference.
what I was telling Donna about why so many companies always make like a cheap version of a movie that's big, like Guardians of the Galaxy, for prime example. And you had like Guardians from the Galaxy, they'd put them on the shelf because they'd go, "Oh, these people are going to think this is Guardians of the Galaxy," and it's the same thing, except you're just not going to know, are you?
Well, like Asylum were famous for the mockbusters, right? Like the
Yeah,
Transmorphers.
yeah,
And this is true, right? Now I'm going to send the revolver line morph to something else by next year.
more than likely. I'm sure they'll have another couple of labels as well, like sub labels. Because didn't they? I swear, every year they had a new sub label.
There's very few companies I think that can do the sublabels like well. I think Umbrella probably does the best. Like they're just sublabels are
I like the way Radiants do it though. I like how they've got the new transmission range,
transmission
and
is good.
I really love the Raro one, but seems to be dead at the minute. But then they'll have ones like I think they had a Canadian Pictures one, which was the Buster Keaton one.
Yeah.
But they only had one, so I'm guessing that was probably the only thing that was supposed to be.
It
But
was,
they've
it
got
was
Grindhouse releasing, but
I want to see some different stuff. I want to see some Canadian movies that I like. I'm glad that like Ghost what's it, Ghost Keeper is coming out.
yeah, goes.
But where's Clown Murders at? Where's Going on the Road at? Where's the Rowdy Man?
Yeah.
Like that I want to see. Like that the different stuff. I want to see stuff that's not out there. The fact that the Rowdy Man doesn't have a big release is mind blowing to me.
I want to know why Sakura Killers can't get a proper release.
See, I see that getting a release like before the ones I like.
Because when I mentioned that, Brad from Television said he'd been trying to get it, but they couldn't get it. And I'm like, I don't understand what you want to get from it, you know? I would play something silly. Probably somebody's got the rights, they didn't want to do it, something like that. Would release Werewolf Woman, but Film Treasures are doing it. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. No, Gary.
Didn't we have a release for Werewolf Woman already? Like back in the day on DVD. Remember that?
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. I
A
know
long time ago.
because Treasure Films is doing a really deluxe Blu-ray of it, but I don't think it need more than a DVD. What's this? I look at the trick or
Did you
treat
really skip Tracer?
thing.
Golden Ninja. I don't have any Golden Ninja releases. I'm guessing you probably got a few of those.
I've got a few Golden Ninja titles. I've actually got Jose's first movie from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought it, Monster Man, because it comes with the documentary thing as well. So I bought that, and I got a couple of kung fu movies from them. They're decent releases. Surprisingly, I mean, they're burnt on demand, but they have like kind of nice little booklet things in them. I think they're great quality. They come from Canada as well. So I just, but I can't buy them a lot because they're quite expensive. For the international shipping. I mean, so why can't we get something like that for William S. Hart's? The reason that I think we can't get that for William S. Hart movie, Gino, it isn't because it doesn't deserve one by any means. I think a lot of those old movies could be fantastic box sets. I think the problem is so many people. It's like the horror community. People know if they sell horror movies, more likely people will buy them, right? Because it's horror. It's martial arts at the minute so big and Asian cinema that everybody's selling that, so it's big. But I personally think if you had a company like Eureka release William S. Hart movies, they would sell because it's Eureka. But it might not sell out. It just, but they wouldn't help you because they're in the UK. So Eureka, I mean.
It all comes down to like at the end of the day, it's what's going to sell. I think the day of horror selling just because it's horror is probably behind us too.
That's because all the best parts, all the best ones have come out for the most part in people's eyes now. Multiple times, sadly.
Well, yeah, look how many times we got like Evil Dead and films like that.
That's what I mean,
But I think it's like that with a few. It's going to come to a point where they're going to put it like certain Asian titles, right? that just are again.
Oh, they've already started it with the Jackie Chan stuff. I mean, 88 films have released. The Jackie Chan films all on Blu-ray, and then they slowly put them all on 4K. It's like, oh,
I think sometimes what it comes down to is, for me, and for I think for some people, it's like what films are going to hit with like more of an audience. And a lot of times it's not what I watch because I do like some of the older westerns. And my dad is a massive fan of like of Women's Heart, of like what's his name, the Durango Kid, and like that, that type of stuff. I remember we were when we did the flea markets, we had a lot of requests for Durango Kid. Was probably one of the most requested guys.
that's a good point. That's a good point, Warlock. It is exactly doing that. There's a lot of people complaining. I'll give you an example of this. Agents, they've been getting a lot of complaints from subscribers because subscribers in America and outside of America, well, outside of England, because when it's over a certain amount, it goes through UPS. And when it goes through UPS, they get charged €50 or $50 more for the shipment because it's UPS. So these tariff things are ridiculous.
Well, we shouldn't get into that because that's a whole different type of live stream that I don't want to have.
Well, I'm just saying it goes with the media collecting part, that bit. But I'm just saying, it's thingy. But I do think I think it helps in some cases. I think it helps people support homegrown boutique labels a little bit more, which is nice. So
It's nice on our side of it now. Like in the day, it used to be like we have like you'd find a lot of the US releases would be like Scream Factories, the Criterion, stuff like that. It's nice that we're seeing stuff like being shown outside of your own backyard now, which is something I've been like clamoring for a long time.
yeah.
Like this called Cinema International became like, but I think when it comes to like, you work for UPS, at all costs.
We need to avoid Gary North immediately at all costs because he works for UPS.
But yeah,
I agree. I do agree with Gary though. Every time I've had anything to do with UPS, it's never been good.
I was in corporate sales, and for like one Christmas, I actually worked a bit in like in the shipping part. Well, we were trying to get some more people in, and it was like we had like hard time getting people in for shipping. So I went into kind of doubled in shipping as well, and the nightmares between like from UPS and FedEx that I had was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? I applaud them too, Gino, and VCI. I applaud them as well because they're doing a good job when it comes to the older movies. You can't forget Kino. Kino's fantastic with those older movies, as you did on your Patreon video.
There's a lot of
and Criterion have done great things as well. It's just that I just think that the fan base, sadly, with a lot of the older stuff, was a lot of elderly people at this point. And the generations that basically grew up with those, the last real ones, for instance, the mainstream were people probably like Aaron's age, right? And people like me who were around my nan a lot because she lived to her 80s. And that saw that stuff, and you remember that stuff at one point was on TV a lot on 3 channels.
Oh yeah,
and now it kind of slowly fades away, doesn't it?
well, everything comes in like in like times when they're kind of popular too. Like there was times when like the westerns were super popular they're on TV. There's Western TV shows, and they go about like I remember when I was a kid, I'd see like the Western movies that come on in the afternoons. We have like the Lone Ranger, the Cisco Kid, and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they make way for something else, and then which makes way for something else. Yeah, that really bums me out. The new Vestron are no longer
That's horrible.
That sucks.
That's horrible. I don't think they're available over here now either. I don't think they're getting released here either.
You guys got the worst with the Vestron because we'd have like double feature Vestrons. You get like only one of the films.
Yeah, you'd have like Wishmaster 1 to 4, and we'd have Wishmaster 1.
Yeah, Same thing with the Waxwork set, I think, in the UK.
It was,
first
yeah.
one. But I gotta
I
say, Alpha
think
Video.
no.
I consider myself a cinephile, and Alpha Video is a company that I actually really adore. Like some of their releases are kind of sketchy when it comes to like the quality, but man, do they have nice covers, colorful
Yeah,
covers,
that's
eye-catching
true. Some
covers.
of the covers are nice. Some of them are very basic, but some of them are really nice. It depends on, I guess, the materials they have for the cover.
I bought a bunch of Alpha Video before I came here to Morocco. Actually, I bought like just the Rin Tin Tan stuff like that.
I have to be honest, I've never been a massive sci-fi person. Like the sci-fis I like, but a lot of the older sci-fis, for the most part, feel so tedious to watch for me. It's always been that way as a kid. I think it's not something like Doctor Who, but those really old black and white kind of sci-fi movies where nothing happened, but they kind of walked around and they had suits on going on about, oh, we've got the contamination of the fifth leg on the right wing of the plane, and you're like, oh no,
See, I love
you
science
know.
fiction. I
So does
um
Donna.
oh yeah, Hind's a massive sci-fi fan. That's her thing, right? Uh, I watched the movies.
Everything's Hin's thing. You say anime's her thing. You say this. I want to know what her main thing is. What's her main thing? Because you always say these are her things. So
Oh, they
what's
are
her main one? Like main one out of all of them?
animation, science fiction. It's always been her thing. That's always been her thing. Like, there's nobody that I know out of everybody that I've met that I'm doing this stuff that would know as much about animation, science fiction as she does. So some with
Okay,
like
so
the French cinema stuff that Louis de Finesse,
mm,
she's seen them all. She knows all that stuff. Anime, yeah, she'll know them. Like no, the older anime, not the newer stuff. She doesn't care about that, right?
yeah, the older stuff, yeah. The older stuff had a lot more to it. It's kind of weird in a way. New anime is too mainstream and it's too like random constantly. That's the problem with that.
I think the thing is though, we sometimes like I like horror, like slashers, like sci-fi, like film noir stuff like that. But we sometimes like, I find people like pigeonhole us like for certain things,
Mm,
especially on YouTube. Like okay, he likes horror, but like this is like but this is all he likes, or he like or somebody does a lot of science fiction, or this is all the person likes. But I think at the end of the day, we're kind of like an amalgamation of all the different stuff that we watch. Um, Certain ones that I'll watch more than others. But what I'm talking about when I'm watching sometimes can be two completely different things. Not because I'm not
yeah,
watching what I'm talking about, but because it depends on the mood I'm in.
of
Like,
course, yeah,
if I come in here to talk Vinegar Syndrome, obviously it's going to be Vinegar Syndrome. It's going to be like exploitation, action, like horror, that type of stuff. If I'm
yeah,
talking like Game Plan, for instance, it's a whole different beast. Uh,
yeah.
Most of the stuff that I watch right now, I've been watching a lot of like Joan Crawford and Betty Davis stuff. I've been watching a whole ton of the Earl Flynn releases recently. I've watched a little bit of John Wayne, a few of the that stuff. That's what kind of been on my it's what I get in the mood for. You know what I mean? You get lately spent a lot
Yeah.
of that.
I get what you mean. It's like me, right? I go through phases where I can watch nothing but older movies. I can watch, Asian movies. I can watch any kind of genre. I just have to be in the mood for it at the time.
Because
Um,
there's so much
so
out there.
yeah, exactly.
That
There's so much out there, and if you're somebody who's really into film, you're not ever going to be stuck to just one thing, are you?
But you could be, and if you are, if you're somebody out there and like you're into like science fiction or horror or western or whatever, and that's your thing, that's what you like, don't let anybody ever make you feel bad because you like one thing. You don't need to
Yeah, but
watch everything to enjoy film. So like if you can be a horror fan and just watch horror films, and you're no less of a movie fan than somebody that watches like everything. It's just that's what you like. I think that's something
yeah,
that's bothered me. Like because people will like lessen things. If somebody's talking about like horror or somebody's talking about science fiction, sometimes they say, okay, yeah, but do you like real movies or like do you like real cinema? That's that's always bugged me. That's always been
well,
something that
I'm gonna cut in here because I think that okay, let's talk about people that just watch horror cinema, right? So people just watch horror cinema. If they just most of the time, those people are watching different kinds of horror cinema because there's a very wide variety of horror cinema, right? So you know, it's always different. You know, I just think people. It's fine to like what you like, but I do think you have to mix things up sometimes. And even horror, you can mix up. Like maybe you like cheap, low budget horror, but you want to mix up by watching something like, like a big time horror film for people know. You know, it's just different. It's just different.
Humoresque is one of
Seriously
my favorite
first.
movies. That's one of my top movies of all time. It's Humoresque. It's just so good. It's such a good film.
There's a word or something someone does trigger you to watch a certain movie because it reminded you of the movie, and now you want to watch the movie. Oh.
Johnny, what's up? Your
When somebody mentions Nicolas Cage, I have to watch Face Off because immediately I think about eating a peach for hours. Exactly, Bumpy. Changing oneself can be very rewarding. If I didn't change myself when I was younger, I would never be the person I am today, or learn most about different cultures or societies of ways people feel. But you don't just watch that, Gino. You're lying. You don't just watch westerns. You watch the comedies as well from the time. I've seen you watch a lot of different things from the time period, not just westerns.
horror experts, we only watch Friday 13th, Halloween, and Hellraiser. Well, they're horror experts of that, I guess, that era, or that genre. Like they're 80s horror fans, I guess, or like 70s, 80s. It's different. I
It's
mean,
true.
like, it's really kind of like I hit a nerve thing, so it's kind of fun.
I'll say this quickly. I hate people. I hate it. I hate it, guys. I hate it when someone says, "Oh, I'm a big horror fan," and all they talk about is Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, all these stuff. That pisses me off more like anything. It's one of the reasons why I haven't much to buy things like Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K, because I'm sick and tired of these people who just want to talk about that, and they don't want to talk about other movies, even if they are horror. It just drives me mental. It really does. Because I'm like, they've had their six, they've had their time. Everybody talks about them. Anyone can talk about them at any time. Come on, that's the bird. Mute Witness. Mute Witness is one of my favorite films. I watched that when I was a kid. Mute Witness. I love that film.
That's one of Alec Guinness's last roles, too. You know, Meet Witness.
Yeah, such a great film. Absolutely amazing. You know,
Under the radar film too.
yeah, perfect film. But yeah, I just get fed up with those kinds of film because there's one thing talking about it in a say, like, for instance, if everyone's talking about on here, for instance, that's different. But I'm talking about when people are actually having a full-on conversation, and that's all they can talk about, especially if they can't bring up an actual conversation about other than, oh yeah, I really like that one. It irritates me because I'm like, these are the ones that everybody has heard about from the moment they were bloody born to now. You know, why not talk about, or at least compare them to something else? And, it's like how everybody nowadays talks about Terrifier like it's some sort of god thing, and it isn't. It just irritates me.
I mean, like, well, Terrifier has gone through a bunch of controversy recently too.
That's true.
And yeah, I honestly, I like the Terrifier films overall, but I'm so not excited to see the fourth one.
Yeah, but you won't call him God tier, would you?
God, no, not even. Are you serious? Not even close, man. Like, not the best one is part two, and that's not. No, actually, maybe that's. I'm not sure. I'll go back and forth. But even the best one of those is like, it's okay. It's mediocre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, but wonderful marketing. For
Warlock, you should watch the Bad Nun films. I love those films. They're a bit cheesy, but they're fun English horror. I really love that. What I actually wanted to do, I kid you not, I actually said to Aaron I wanted to do a video on them for Halloween. at one point, and we didn't do it because sadly we didn't have the time for it because we had other things in the works, didn't we, at the time?
Well, yeah, that and like this Halloween, I think things got switched around a bit because I was
Yeah.
going to do a lot more videos with you and with Dad, but the scheduling and getting you guys on like was rough. And then like some stuff happened at the last minute. And I was like just trying to get videos up as quick as I possibly could.
I need to call Glenn out here. Glenn, if you're watching, you got to be free for us more, mate, so I can see you. I'm getting abandonment issues.
The fake Criterion Closet videos are riot. They're fun, yeah. I'm by the way, Daisuke going to Criterion was just an awesome movie, awesome move from his YouTuber. I'm so excited about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Bad Nun, you should watch it. It's not like a masterpiece by any means, Warlock, but I just found them fun and kind of, you know, I don't know, they're just fun and I just really enjoyed it. And I like the payoff at the end with the storytelling, especially number two. Number two has a really great ending. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think about it because it's one of those films where I just like them, you know?
He did. It was really cool to see it. Like somebody on YouTube that I think deserved it. Like I don't think anybody else deserved being like Criterion Closet more than him. Like when you think Criterion, you think him. And like
That's true.
and then like then you think after if you're old school like me and probably like Malcolm, then you think the Criterion song.
Yeah.
Which but you
Yeah,
know he's out making his own movies now.
definitely, Warlock. Let me know. I'd like to know what you think of the trilogy if you like the first one. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I think it's great if he was on the Criterion Closet because, like you said, you know, he deserves that, and he's got the. He's such a intellectual guy as well. Um, you know, I've a lot of respect for him, and you know, I think it would be cool. Like, I would like if I had to go into any closet, in for any company, it would probably have to be. Hmm. Let me think. It would probably have to be. Okay, let's just say 88 films. Number two is on disc. I know that for sure. Number three, I don't think is on disc. I think it's just digital, sadly, because I own the first two over here on DVD, which means in America and Canada they're on DVD over there. But the third one,
Oh, that's
well, I can only see online. And video store review, you've nailed it. I'm in the closet. This is my closet. I live in it. You see, you caught me.
I thought you were in
You
the
caught me.
Tubi, you know, get to go all those Tubi releases. But the David
Oh,
Sterling
God.
cast.
Oh, if I was in the, I can tell you right now, if I was in the closet with him, I don't think I'd come out unscathed. Let's put it that way.
What movie would you pick like first for all those great Sterling releases?
Oh, God. Imagine. You'd be like,
I would love going
I
to
can
Criterion.
easily see if he has a film or knows where it's funny, Kubrick. I have a list on my Letterboxd. I actually have my list actually has over 12,000 movies on it on Letterboxd under different categories of like Asian cinema, normal Blu-rays, 4K, DVD, adult films, you name it. So I do that, but sometimes I forget to put stuff on it. So, you know,
I try Letterbox when I can, but I'm not really so into
I
it.
don't know why you don't like it. I don't know why you're not into it. I would have thought you'd have been totally into it.
What happens to me most of the times when I go to Letterbox when I'm watching a movie, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta review that. Then I end up like watching another movie instead of like because I get like spurts, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of both. Like people picking films they like or films that make them look cool. I don't. You know what I think? I might be honest.
May to December, Kubrick, with the two, May to December. Sorry.
Outside of
Oh.
like here, And honestly, films don't make you look cool. I mean, like, I get like people like say, okay, I want to watch what's popular. I want to say what's popular on the internet type thing, what the interwebs are watching. But I got a really nice, gorgeous movie collection here. Like, and I like some people like movies are coming to my house and like, oh wow, you got it like this. Other people like they don't care, man. Most people are like, oh, you still collect films? I'm like, yeah, I do, man. I kind of like it.
Well, it's funny because if we're going to talk about what you're saying right now, it's interesting. So
I'm just gonna.
let's say a youngster comes and looks at the collection, right? And they just like, let's say modern films, right? They're gonna go old movies, garbage, 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 garbage. But you might get an older person in, like your dad or somebody a little bit younger, and they might go, "Oh, the modern stuff, garbage, You know what I mean? So a
I
movie
think
collection, people say movie collection tells people about you, but it also tells you about the person who's looking at your collection.
I'll tell you something that's going to be kind of maybe surprise you a bit. It's often the younger people that actually like the older stuff, and they will look towards my older stuff or my different stuff.
Take
Um,
care, Gino.
but have a good one, man. But
I'll follow you back after the stream, Kubik.
but that's tend to be the case. Like I think a lot of like younger people are finding these different releases, and that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm glad that we have that.
Yeah.
Older people, unfortunately, a lot of them are going towards the streaming route because it's just more, it's easier for them.
Well, it's cheap for
But
them as well, considering they're on a pension.
yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, yeah, it is actually. That's been my experience as well. The younger
Well,
generation is more into both.
maybe now, but I'm just going from last time people were looking at my collection. So, because I don't really share my collection with most people, the only person who sees my collection is my friend Alex when he comes around. So, but I'm
And
talking
he's younger,
about going from what's that?
and he's younger too, though. So like, so kind of.
Well, yeah, he's in his 30s, but you know, I think it depends. I don't know. If I got a group of youngsters from outside randomly, I don't think they'd be interested. But if I got people who were into film, I don't know. I think it depends. It depends on who you're talking to and where they are. But I'm not arguing with it because you're both right in your own way, as I am in my own way. But I think it's all about, it depends, doesn't it? But I think you're right.
What 3 discs do you take to an island, man?
What food does you take to an island? Enter the Ninja, the original Running Man, even though I watched the remake the other day. And to finish off, so I can help myself relieve myself, probably That's Outrageous.
Oh, cool. Good choices.
What about you?
Well, I want something like long. Something okay, I was gonna pick. Hmm. Do I go with Black Christmas because that's one of my favorite movies? Yeah, well, Black Christmas 1974 because it's one of my favorite films. It's really Canadian, and I actually really kind of like that aspect of it. I'd have to pick something. Only that's the only horror that's going on there though. Oh, what would I pick for? Oh, I might do a cereal actually because I love cereals. So
Oh, good job. That's a good idea, actually.
there's a Daredevil, the Red Circle. I'm gonna go, but I'll go with I'll go with kind of the more like generic like ones. I'm gonna choose something like Captain Marvel because I just find that one really fun. That was a crazy ass cereal, man.
Nice.
Recommend the 4K or the Blu-ray if you can get the 4K. Yeah, definitely. And I would say for me, for like the third one, oh god, I really like To Live and Die in LA. So, oh,
Good film.
I'd probably pick that as my third one. I know it's gonna be noir or neo noir, and I'm gonna go with neo noir. And I went with that one, still thinking, am I going to pick if it's going older, Out of the Past or
Yeah.
something like that? or still in that modern neo-noir stuff, there's Against All Odds, which I think is highly underrated as well, which is a fun one.
Yeah, really good picks.
There's lots of
Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars, and Covenant's the thing for me.
Those are great
perfect as well.
rewatchable films. Great rewatchable films. Hin's favorite is Return of the Jedi, of the three. My favorite is Empire Strikes Back.
Zhang
the
Yimou
original
Moon is brilliant. What's your favorite Zhang Yimou movie, Alan?
I'd have to look him up. Off the top of my head, don't know.
Probably Shanghai Triad for me, followed by probably
Oh, it's pretty mainstream, yeah.
Jedi, the worst of the three. Favorite Ginger Ale. I like Empire
Not
best.
all. I mean,
too.
Jedi. See, I used to think that too. But I don't anymore. Like Jedi is actually solid. If anything, for me, you know, what's worse than three for me? None of them. They're all great.
Oh.
They're one big movie.
Yeah, good point. So let's look together of one of his movies. What one you chose? I'd pick Shanghai Triad because I'd want to talk about Gong Li constantly.
And it's going to be pretty simple. It's Hero. Love me some Jet Li.
Gotta love Jet Li.
I love Jet Li. I mean, I do. I really like it. And I like some of his more, like, the stuff that the more stuff that I'm like, stuff the casuals know, stuff that's out there. Because that's my jam. It's like the John Woo stuff, right? I like The Killer. I like Hard Boiled. But Tom Selleck made a good Fletch.
I don't think so. I mean, I think he's got the skill. I just don't think he'd be realistic in that role, even if he could pull it off.
Chevy Chase was perfect at the time. John Hamm did a good Fletch. Unfortunately, that didn't do very well, but I like that one.
That's what I mean, They are really good, Kubrick. Those two are brilliant. I missed out on the imprint set of that, of those movies, and to this day, that irritates me. But I know if I went to buy them now, they'd come out on 4K, and I just do not want to have to rebuy them again. So I'm waiting for those 4Ks to come out because they're proper. They're what I call proper Asian cinema in the sense that they're not. They're more like, for me, In the Mood for Love is what you'd call a full-on Asian cinema movie. So, but that's me saying it as an Asian film fan more than anything. How I consider the movies and the different things. Like, I love Jackie Chan. I love these films. I love these action films. I love these Asian horror films. But then I feel like there's those films that just affect your soul. And I feel like movies like In the Mood for Love do that. It did. King Hugh's touches then did influence Crouching Tiger to quite a degree, actually. You can tell I'm tired because I'm messing up words now.
Yeah, we're gonna end this pretty soon. It's like almost it's 3:30 in the morning. It's 4 o'clock. So with that being said, are you doing anything coming up on your channel that you want to tell people about?
Yes, I'm actually. I'm doing a very important thing on my channel, and that is nothing. Eventually I need to do something. It's just very hard at the minute, because I tried using Donna's computer and it kept freezing up, so I couldn't basically use it. Well, it wasn't freezing up, it was freezing up when I was looking at your video. So it was hard to kind of keep track of what you were saying sometimes.
Which video was that?
So I haven't done it on Don's computer again. I've got a computer, but I need to set up in here, but I just don't know if we're standing yet. So I'm a little bit like, But I don't know if I don't know when I'm going to do a video of my cousin again, because he's always busy. I'm hoping for the best for him when it comes to what he's busy doing. But I don't know. I mean, and I need to do a video review on my channel, so maybe that's something I should do.
Definitely.
Get that done. But other than that, no. I mean, probably. I mean, doing the Black Friday thing here. But other than that, probably no.
I want to get. I'm trying to like do some other things aside from. So I want to do some like some book stuff. I want to do some. I want to do some tech stuff, but it's really hard to do on my channel because it's not what people watch. For me, unfortunately, but stuff
Well,
I'm
when
into.
when you're known for something, it's very hard to.
Yeah, I got the Vinegar Syndrome like label for the longest time. Even though like when you look at if you actually look back at the stuff that on my channel, there was a lot more than that. It just seemed to this is what people saw.
Yeah.
Like that and the Scream Factory stuff. But you know, like fortunately there's people like Kubrick that know me from the like the chip tasting, like and the
Yeah.
and the beer days and stuff like that. So it's good when people find that. You going, sweetie? Oh. Anyway, my kitty cat's there. So thank you so much for coming in tonight. I didn't expect to be this long. I tell you that much. I expect it to be like a half-hour video, and now it's almost 3:30. So there we go. I'd like to get some damn movies when I go to Canada. Actually, I want to get those Hong Kong cinema releases. I need those. I need those bad.
You and me both.
Anyway, guys, my
Desperate
name
for.
is Aaron. This is May December Malcolm. Had a fun time here, and we will see you for the Vinegar Syndrome sale when we will be hyped on caffeine so much that Lord knows what the hell we're going to say, but probably at least a few things that we regret. HMV Chronicles, oh, those were the days, man. Those are some of my favorite videos that I ever made. To the point where somebody actually sent me like a HMV shirt.
Wow.
Like workers, which was kind of cool. And I got to do some of those with my kids too, my cousin Roger. So those were always fun to do. So
That's pretty cool.
see you guys next time. Have a great evening, man.
Take care, guys.